you guys in the last session all awoke from a long rest at the Cask Brew Inn after a rather long night dealing with a scarecrow. During the afternoon, you traveled to the stables, where Mock had cleverly handed the stable hand a forged document meant to look like the original copy of your agreement with Governor Warwick. And beginning your journey towards the Wicked Expanse, where your quarry was last spotted, you decided to take the shorter of the three routes you knew of, choosing to cut through the Peak Woods, this time heading northwest. After a very close encounter with some owlbears that was avoided using stealth and your horse as bait, you pushed forward for the remainder of the day and ended up in a rather burnt section of forest where you encountered a Gale of Door. A few of you spoke languages it understood and briefly spoke with it before ultimately choosing to leave it alone, Mock seeming in quite a hurry to get away. As the sun begins to set, you found yourselves finally reaching the end of the Peak Woods, on the slope that allowed you to overlook the start of the Wicked Expanse. Unfortunately, the view was not a good one. You found what appeared to be a very old battlefield littered with corpses, weapons, siege engines, and the like. And after some healthy battlefield scavenging, eventually Bellathor found a very interesting axe, and in attempting to grab it, the grip stiffened, and the axe was maintained, causing about 20 or so skeletons to begin to rise from the one around you, which you believe to be the skeleton of a Goliath, given its size. Through the use of a few good shatters by Archron and some good battlefield tactics, and with the help of an armored man arriving and healing Vencia as she was about to fall, you managed to defeat the skeletons, including the one seemingly leading them. And when we last let off, you stood amidst this much fresher battlefield than before, the sun setting, the loot now safely towed in your cart, and with the man who had just aided you, revealing himself as Niklaus, Knight of Texara. And that is where we'll pick up today.
All right. I'm gonna do a quick test for a sec. Can you guys tell me if I'm louder?
Yeah.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, you see.
No.
No, okay. No, I just realized that as soon as I turned it up, that was actually a volume control, not a mic to control. Okay, there we go.
Hey, that's
All right.
the music is like lagging, and that's actually annoying.
Is it?
If it's doing that, then you can just mute Rhythm Bot, because it happens. I should probably swap off Marshall. Unless you guys want to be marshaled around by a turtle.
Pass.
I mean, I've got...
solid pass, boys.
I mean, you could be a marshal, like a marshal.
Marshall Mathers.
Marshall Rayner.
I'll be Jim Rayner, sorry.
Is somebody playing an xylophone or something?
The music bot.
Oh, that's a music bot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think this is a...
For a second there, I was like, oh no, was my mic unmuted? Because I was upstairs, and they're like showing Fallout songs to Kara, and I was like, oh.
Actually, that was probably because there's no, like, doo-doo-doo or something.
No, it was like one of the upbeat poppy songs.
Yeah, I think that might have been it.
Oh, maybe. That's awkward. Okay, are we?
I think we're good. We're just gonna have to do without Reggie for a minute while he does his thing.
Okay. So
Oh, he's back. He unmuted.
So what's our current situation? Did Night Boy leave, or is he still around us?
We ended with him turning to you and him saying his name was Niklaus, Knight of Texara.
To me.
To everybody, as he kind of he just healed Vencia from a near-death experience. You guys cleaned up the fight, decided loot, and he then approached you and introduced himself. Ooh,
actually, you said that you had a horse and cart thing now, right?
Yep. Not for this
All
one.
right. Why don't you show us what our horse and buggy look like?
Later.
Oh, man, I got the horse and buggy.
Are you gonna nerf the cart?
No. It's kind of hard to nerf a horse, Bucky, not gonna lie. What do I say? The horse was actually 100 years old and dies.
Okay, so is Dawson here as well?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I'm just making sure everybody's here. Because like I was listening to the recap, but at the other hand I wasn't because I was helping Shay with computer stuff.
No worries.
Draven, don't kill the horse off. They'll just make me pull it.
Of course, I would never.
Oh, we're killing off the horse. Mock walks up to the horse and hits it with his claws and absolutely slashing its throat.
The horse turns into a deity, seemingly unfazed.
Oh, I bow and worship this horse god.
He stomps you with his horse feet. You're not worthy. So yeah.
That's the turtle there?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what does anybody
That's our
say
horse buggy.
after he introduces himself to you?
Can I make a history check? Maybe a history
Yeah.
check. I don't know if I know what is what horse he belongs to.
Yeah, you can definitely make me a history check.
It's weird doing the looting before a fight, though.
Yeah, I know, right? With a 10, you can't really make out what faction he belongs to, but you believe he's from Keelik.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to say, Mock Hammershell, good night.
Ah, it's a pleasure to meet you.
And are you? May I ask your business with these creatures?
Well, I am a knight of Toxara, a fairly high rank among members of the house. She had visited me in the evening 2 fortnights ago, told me there were members of my countrymen that were being used for some ill gain. It was my duty to investigate. It seems all of you had beaten me to it, and I am sorry I could not be of more assistance.
Understandable. We did not realize the situation before we arrived.
Ah, I see.
And some pop music in the background.
That is no worry. I am going to have to look over this place quickly. I was looking while you were looting the corpses, but did you discover anything, any of you?
Oh. I just got hit with some heavy lag.
Oh, okay. I'll repeat it. Sorry. I was identifying some of the bodies as you were looting the corpses, and I could not find anything of note as to how this happened. Did any of you see anything?
Did I notice the axe?
Reg picked the axe up.
Yeah. I'm not sure if he was trying to hide that or not. Do you want me to just roll to see if I saw it?
I'd say with your passive perception, unfortunately, you would not have saw it because he was way farther in the battlefield. This is why you were grabbing the spears.
Yeah, because I was like over here and he was like, what? Like, yeah, he was over here grabbing it.
You were down here and he was like all the way up here, but not behind the So I'll say you probably didn't notice it.
Okay. Not that I saw. I just heard the clattering of bones.
Aye. It is a pleasant sound, is it not?
Depends on what's making them clatter. My quarterstaff or them rising.
Yes. I could see how that would be the case. Anyways, hopefully my comrades in arms can find something at the other sites they are investigating.
Indeed. What is this a first occurrence of necromancy?
I don't want to say it's the first occurrence, as we have dealt with many necromancers in our long and prosperous history, but When she visited me, Texara, 2 fortnights ago, she mentioned that not even her had the foresight to see what was the issue. That's why we are investigating. It is late. You should camp tonight with me. It will be much safer, I think. We have a camp nearby at the base of the river Ursine. A few of my men went off to recon, like I said, investigate another site far upriver. You can take their tents for the evening. It is getting quite late, and not to be rude, but you all look like shit.
Oh.
To be fair, I feel like shit.
Aye.
Well, friends, shall we join him tonight?
I agree with Sir Knight here.
Yes.
Does everybody unanimously agree that we join this night?
Is at that point Elda will turn to all of you. Well, my friends, it's been great, but there's no more glory to be had here for me.
Oh, are you leaving us?
I just gave you a jar of alcohol, and you're leaving us? Very well.
You see, that, the jar is kind of why I'm doing it. My greatest weakness was, I needed to be drunk all the time, and now I found a way I can be drunk all the time. Yes, exactly, and, I'm gonna go back to that stone thing, and, yeah, farewell. And you see as he runs back off, up the hill, into the woods, past the tree line.
You know what, Draven? Mint. That was good.
Thank you.
That was good. That was good. Good writing.
And he runs off into the distance.
I cast Eldritch Blast on him.
I use all my staff charges.
Well, if none of you have any other implications to leave, trust me, my friends, the creatures that traverse the expanse at night are much more terrifying than any you could face during the day. I recommend you make rest with me this night.
I am.
So who's this guy?
Niklaus.
This is the night.
Thanks, guys. I meant more of a fucking description than that. I kind of figured you would have got his backstory by now.
Oh, he's got a blue cape.
Yeah,
And a blue
That's
Raven
the
shield.
information I'm looking for.
He's got a shield and a sword.
Okay, I can work with this. So this guy looks like he's ready to take an axe to the head. Got
He's got a French
it.
accent.
Oh yeah, we're
Possibly
fucking.
a guy inside.
That's my initiative roll. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
Open up your
So
eyes.
what did we learn about this fucker?
Nothing. You weren't here. You weren't listening. You were zoned out.
I'll give a quick recap. You learned that he was visited by his goddess in the night, and he took a small detachment of his men. Yeah, you're his goddess, the gray-bearded dwarf.
Yeah.
And he took a detachment of men to investigate a few sites where there was rumors to be some kind of necromancy going on. He could not really discover anything. He's hoping his men did, and he invited you to stay at the camp in their place as they're off further investigating, and they'll be quite a while.
Does he know anything about the knoll?
You can ask him if you'd like.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
Okay, we kind of assumed you wanted to keep that axe a secret too. From him.
Huh?
The axe he picked up.
Yeah, you were the only
What,
one who
did
knew
he-
about the
did
axe, so it's
Did
up
he
to.
ask for it?
Yeah, he don't know. He asked if if we've seen anything or.
That might have been like the origin of it, and I assume because you were the only one who saw it, it's up to you if you want to disclose that information to him now.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Lottie, do you have any ale in your camp?
No ale, but I'm sure you being a dwarf and all, or sorry, no ale, but I'm sure you being a dwarf and all, you have some in your inventory on your person.
Do I look like I carry around ale all the time there, Lottie? No. But you wish for us to dine with you tonight? I was at least hope you had had some ale, some wine, something.
I did not
But-
really ask for you to dine, given that it is almost, 9 or 10 at night?
Ah, you have no fun there, like.
No,
Well, to be fair, I would much rather get some sleep.
I agree with the tiefling.
as for your
Do we
no,
know that you're a tiefling?
I'd assume.
I'm guessing because of the tail. Kind
I
of
mean,
gives
it's
it away.
kind of a pretty good assumption. I mean, I've got the
Yeah.
horns and the tail and the black eyes and black
you
No,
hair.
ma-
Mock,
say
Mock,
that,
Mock, Mock thinks it's a pit fiend, actually.
Or why don't you blow up my character? That way everybody can see it.
Yeah, I'll do that. I think I did that before, didn't I?
I think so, but
Teeth.
now it's like...
There you go. Tiny.
Okay, there you go. That is
Say, as
Is that-
for
dicks on your card. It looks like your
I am
card is
offended that you said that. I
And
am
he'll turn-
heartily offended.
he'll turn to you, Vencia, and say, as for your no, you speak of the Scourge Maw, of course.
Ah, latte. You be speaking of the bastard we be hunting?
I'll be honest with you, I have kept mostly to the south in my time. I know he is farther up north. He explores the more, and raids, frankly, the more twisted part of the expanse.
I see.
Is he your quarry? Is that why you are up here?
Ah, he be the monster we be hunting. There's a bounty on his head. The fact that his species lives aggravates me.
Aye. Well, yeah, I hope you do happen to find him, as he is quite a scourge, let us say. The last name is fitting, I think. Well,
Won't be long.
if there's no more hesitation, shall we say, I think we should make haste to my camp.
Ah,
I
lead the way
am
there.
also that.
All right. And he watches. He begins to march off, kind of northeast, towards a large section of barren grassland. And I assume
I will
everybody.
follow him.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get the cart.
Yeah,
Okay.
I already grabbed the cart and we were loading it up with all the junk, right?
Yep.
Or the stuff.
Yep, that's all loaded. So
Okay.
Vencia is kind of. Are you gonna ride the cart and everybody just gonna hop in the back, with the exception of your centaur friend?
Your whore.
Your horn.
Yeah,
I meant to
our
say
horse.
horse and
After hearing those remarks, I jump onto the cart.
All right.
Boss.
Damn, rolls a 20.
Unfortunately, as you go to jump on the cart, you can't make it. It's just not gonna work. And you're kind of glad you didn't make it because you think you would have broken it.
What if I actually got a 20 there?
I probably let you break the cart.
I would have cried because I got
Congratulations, you
short,
successfully
stubby
jump
leg.
onto the cart, and you're now sitting down in the driver's seat. After a few seconds, the cart breaks underneath of you. You
Well, I
take
can drive it.
4 splinter damage.
All right. And I'll say you guys probably ride up the cart following him in tow. You're going at a little bit of a slower pace given the fact that he's walking. But you guys manage to head to the base of his river camp as the night begins to draw and the sky darkens. For those of you without dark vision, you're now having kind of difficulty seeing. But you are...
Do you have a question, Draven?
Yep.
How long is this journey to his camp? Would it be long enough for me to say I take meditation?
It's 25 minutes. I can say if you spend a little time in the cart once they get to the camp, you could finish a meditation.
Okay, cool. I will spend the extra 5 minutes to meditate and get my...
All right. So you begin to meditate. And yeah, looking over the camp, the rest of you, you see 3 kind of large tents, all similar in size, around a seemingly fire pit. And you watch as Niklaus will walk up to the fire pit, and you watch as he kind of flicks his hand with his longsword, quickly shrivels it around 3 times. You watch as it ignites, and he puts it to the fire and lights it. Come, my friends.
Where be the others?
Like I said, the others were, they went upriver. They crossed the river in the morning. It should take them 2 days to head across and report back. That is why you are welcome to their tents for the evening.
I see there. Point away. And I'll look for the closest tent and just go into it.
Alright. So you head into the tent. Looking in, it looks like you could probably fit like 3 people per tent.
Alright, I'm gonna... Is there seating by the campfire?
Yeah, there's a couple of logs that look to have been placed. Niklaus is actually sitting on one of them after he had lit it.
So he's sitting on a flaming log?
No, these are like the types of logs you would sit at like a bonfire party.
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant like he lit the fucking fire and then took the log and sat on it. I was like,
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Yeah,
I knew what he meant, and that's why I wasn't a jackass and say that.
You lit the fire.
Congratulations, you're a puss.
No, he's actually swallowing the fire.
Well, I mean, he did
He's
light it.
eating it.
Maybe he can exist in it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there could be like a 6 or 10 to 12 foot log, and like one side of it is in the fire, and the other side is out of the fire. And he's just sitting on the unlit side.
Are you sitting next to him, or are you sitting on the one kind of across from him on the other side of the fire?
I'm gonna sit on the one across on the other side.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit beside Archron and drink my vintage wine.
All right. You open up a fine
I want a long rest.
vintage wine. All right. You begin to long rest. You see as Bellathor heads off into one of the things. You're sleeping with armor on?
Yep.
Okay, perfect. And
actually, before a long rest, can I do an hour with those boots? The shag boots?
Yeah, I can see you're now spending an hour with those.
Tuning, obviously, not just with them.
Yeah. No, just
before you hit me with like, oh, you were a tuning, huh? You should have said so.
No, I know what you meant. Yeah, so he will be.
I love it when Colton does that. It's just like I give it to Reggie. Oh, so Reggie has it.
So.
but not your actual character, just Reggie.
You can see as you go to sip some of the wine, it is extremely fine. It's probably the best wine you've ever tasted.
Cool.
Alright, I'm just gonna basically spend the next couple of minutes looking over the wounds that I took and stuff.
Okay.
And also bemoaning the fact that my fucking suit got torn up.
Yes. Mock and Priya, what are you guys up to?
Have I finished my meditation?
Yeah, at this point, I'll say your meditation is just finished.
I will go and just kind of scour around. Is there like bushes and such around us?
Yeah, you see a couple bushes. A couple.
Could I
bushes.
try and forage some stuff together to brew some stuff?
Yeah, make me a survival check as you begin peering through some of the bushes.
Would it be a forgery check?
No.
Aww.
Are the berries fake?
Oh yeah, that's what that
if
is.
you want to forage,
I was like,
yeah.
I was thinking it was like foraging.
Oh god.
I was like, I'll go foraging for berries.
With a 14, you actually find a raspberry bush, a couple raspberries in it.
Oh, I'll try and use the raspberries and whatever else I can kind of scrounge up there and try and make something to drink.
Okay, squishing some of the raspberries together, using some of the water from your water skin, you make a kind of a gulpy energy, like a gulpy, I don't know how to describe this. You ever put too much protein powder in a protein shake?
Yes.
You got that, but with raspberries.
Is it alcoholic?
No.
Oh.
So it's just basically berry
It's
guts
made-
and juice in a
But
Just made raspberry juice.
Yeah.
Very powdery raspberry juice.
You do see
very
you do,
pulpy raspberry juice.
you do see Vencia enjoying some wine. It's up to you if you want to engage on that.
Wait a second. Hey, Vince. Wait. Wrong voice. Wow. Vencia,
Yeah.
do you see in the dark?
You just ask if I can see in the dark.
Yes. Do you have dark vision?
Yes, why?
Just wondering. I'm gonna walk away.
Okay.
No.
So, what's this talk about?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
This is. I don't
Archon,
know
I'll say
why
you
I want to
overhear
do this,
that.
but I want to do this just because I'm feeling a bit
Evil.
fancy. I'm about to GM you some stuff here, Draven.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
What
Yeah,
is it?
I'm just gonna take a rest after been a little walking in Valley for so long.
Okay.
How do you privately message someone? It's
Slash W.
slash
Space.
W
And then
GM.
GM, like space GM.
Yeah. Okay, right. Okay, cool.
All right. So you go ahead and long rest. Are you attempting to take one of the tents, or are you kind of staying used to your centaur, just on the ground sort of deal?
Probably just sit down on the outside. Is it cold or warm?
It's pretty warm out here. It's a little bit chilly, but nothing too bad.
Wait, can a
I'll just
centaur
rest
sleep
outside.
standing up?
No.
But horses can sleep standing up.
Centaurs can't though. They have to go down.
So does that mean he has to sleep on his side?
No, I'm assuming
I
he
sleep
sleep
on my
kind of like a
stomach.
dog.
Roll me. Roll
1
me
second.
that. Okay.
Yeah, because I was just thinking, it's like I can see a
I'll
horse
roll
sleeping,
both
but
of
then their
those.
head lies down on the ground, or their head like is on their legs or something. But you don't have a head; you've
Oops.
got a fucking torso.
Well, I
Alright.
do have a head.
Can anybody?
Noted.
Can anybody roll lower than a 5 on perception?
Perception. Lower than
No.
a 5 on perception?
Yeah.
Yes. I can roll within a
All
5.
right. I'll get everybody to roll me perception then.
Uh,
All right. So Bellathor doesn't notice, given the fact that he's in the tent, kind of taking some time with his boots. The rest of you watch as Mock has the weirdest exchange you've ever seen in your life with Vencia, moves back 30 feet behind a bush, and then like squats in plain sight. You watch as he pulls out his sling, attempts to fire it in your direction at seemingly Vencia, and hits the fire.
Mock,
I'm just gonna go to a tent and sleep now.
You see as Niklaus looks at you, you can't see
Mock.
his expression given his mask, but you can tell he's disappointed.
well, we're going to talk about this in the morning.
He watches, he turtles away into the true expression of turtle into a tent. Are you going into the one opposite of Bellathor, or the one that you saw?
Opposite of Bellathor, does it have like flaps on it to close?
Yeah, it does.
Can I close those flaps, and is there a possibility of me to is there like a little tie off to like tie it from my side to close it?
There is no tie off, but it's like one of those military style encampment tents that like the Romans would use. So it's pretty like sturdy of a flap.
Well, I want to lock it, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you could not lock it probably unless you had some way to like secure it to the ground.
Is there like a little extra bit?
You want to?
Like, is there like a little excess kind of flap lying on the ground?
No, it looks like these were manufactured pretty well.
Damn it! I was gonna use my owlbear condom as a like paperweight. Alright, I'm just gonna bed.
Alright, you begin a long rest. The rest of you sitting around the fire. Priya, sorry. You were taking a long rest just kind of next to one of the tents, or closer to the fire? Chandler?
I think he died.
Sorry?
Your long rest, were you taking it close to the fire or close to one of the
Yeah,
tents?
close to the fire.
Okay, you begin your long rest. The two of you sitting on the log, Vencia enjoying a fine wine, and Arkrun tending to his wounds. Is there anything you guys are doing?
I'm just gonna finish my wine and go to bed.
Yeah, I think about the same. I'm gonna, like, after that display by Mock, after doing something, I'm going to just shake my head and make my way into, not Mock's tent.
Alright.
I'm
Vencia, do you do
gonna
the
go
same?
into one of the other ones. Actually, I'm gonna turn to the knight, and I'm gonna ask him, is there one of these tents that's yours?
Yes, it is this one right here. And he'll point to the one behind him.
I'll be
Alright, and I'm gonna nod my head and say, thank you, I'll take the other one, that way I don't disturb your rest.
Appreciate it. And
No
you head
problem.
off
Thank
to
you
Belfast.
again.
It is no problem.
Alright, and with that, I'm gonna make my way into the other tent.
Alright.
And
Vencia,
take a long rest.
are you choosing to go into Mock's tent, or are you heading with your other two companions?
The untaken one.
No, sorry, I'm talking to Dawson there, Vencia.
Oh.
Because you're with Bellathor right now, because Mock went into the only other untaken one.
Thank God.
Wait, sorry. Is Mock in the same tent as Bellathor?
Nope. He went opposite of him. You're with Bellathor.
Oh, okay.
Welcome there, latte.
Ah, thought you were asleep already.
Damn.
No.
See him eyeing over those pair of shag boots, kind of taking some time with them.
Oh, quite a interesting bit of footwear there. Can't say it's not something I'd be interested in.
God, they're multiplying.
I didn't realize that does that.
But, after tomorrow, we're going to have to sit down. What the fuck?
Don't worry.
Tomorrow, we're going to have to sit down with Mock, I think, for a moment.
Why would that be?
Well, he went into a bush, crouched down, and it looked like he tried to shoot a slingshot at Vencia.
Ugh.
He missed and hit the fire, and I'm not quite sure what was going through his head.
Are you sure? Are you sure you just didn't see wrong? I mean, the turtle does have, I'm assuming, poor eyesight. It's a turtle. You think those things know how to use slingshots properly?
Well, we can always ask Vencia and Prius. Prionius, my apologies.
Are you back, Dawson? I'll say Dawson probably begins the long rest. I assume he would not go with Mock after watching that. So Mock, you end up having the tent all to yourself, as you imagine. All right, you can add back one.
Yeah.
Yes, tomorrow we will have to talk to him about his activities.
Did I get a... By the way, has it been an hour yet?
Yeah, just about to send those to you. You spend an hour looking over these boots, kind of fitting them in, taking off your more dwarven ones. And this is what you discover from them.
Boots of kick-assery.
Oh, you wish. And I'll tell you, you all begin your long rest. Arkran, you specifically, your eyes begin to prepare for rest, and you close them for the first time in a long time, relieved, after a long day of journeying through environments pretty much completely foreign to you until recent days, and you begin to drift
Fucking
off.
grass, what the hell?
When suddenly, as your eyes finally close and you feel yourself completely rested, you feel a giant thud, followed by the opening of your eyes as something has hit your face.
Alright, it's gonna smack in my face. I'm just gonna lurch upwards. It's like, what the hell?
As you begin furiously looking towards all your companions that appear to have fallen asleep, you notice a single tomb now lies, glimmering with a divine magnanimity, all too familiar to you. Just lying on your lap.
Okay, sorry, do you want to translate that last word? A divine...
A divine glow, in other words.
Okay.
All too familiar to you.
Somebody was looking at the thesaurus earlier.
No, that's just a word I use for work.
Oh god. Nerd. All right. And did you want to come up with a description, or should I?
You can come up with one, I think.
Okay. Are the others asleep?
Yeah. They've all been in their long rest. You were just disturbed at the start of yours.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna basically pick up the book. I'm gonna flip through it to see if I see anything interesting, and after a moment, I'm just gonna say "fuck it" in my head and toss the book off to the side and go back to sleep.
All right. You find yourself long resting. Can I have you guys roll me a percentile die? One of
All
you.
of us?
One
What?
of you.
But, oh,
All of us or just one?
Just one.
Okay.
I'll say, Vincia, I'll just let you know, I had you go to the tent opposite of Mock. I assumed you would for your
Yeah.
long rest. All right.
yeah, thank you.
All right, 32. So, unfortunately, Niklaus does not realize that you had all went to bed, and he retires as well, leaving you with no watch for the night.
How did that blind Frenchman?
Yeah, I was gonna say what?
Yeah. Okay, good to know, Reggie.
Do we reset our characters or no?
No. So now I need you to roll me
Damn it.
3d12. Somebody.
All right, here we go. I'll roll one. Dawson roll one. Someone else.
Do
roll
I get
one.
my staff charge back then yet?
Yeah.
Or no?
Yeah. You get it back. It's been
Oh.
24.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, it's after a long rest.
5 and a 9.
559.
One more. Oh, 559. Okay. 1 second.
Oh gosh.
Okay.
You're woken up as Bellathor has just split all your heads open. You're
I-
all dead.
I need a perception check from everybody at disadvantage.
Would I be a disadvantage from outside, or?
Yes, it's unfortunately because you were.
Don't worry, I rolled
sleeping,
2 20s here.
disadvantage.
Never mind, but I still rolled fucking good.
That's
I know,
pretty good.
right? We just nailed that.
Well,
Don't worry, Bellathor. We'll save them.
All right.
Will we? I
Uh,
mean, I'll save my group. You'll be on your own.
I'll say,
that
Bella,
book didn't wake me up; it knocked me out.
Bellathor, you are the only one that hears
Oh no.
a burrowing sound. Perhaps it's your dwarven lineage in your blood, just knowing when something's under you and not liking it. It's making its way to you. You don't know how much time you have, but you are now
Good.
awake, and you look to
All
your
right.
left and right, and your companions are still asleep.
Or passed out.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna stand up as quick as I can. Accent. Oi, you cunt, get up! And I'm gonna kick them in the legs. I'm gonna run out of the tent. Do I see anyone outside? I'm gonna scream as I run out, like, oi,
Alright.
get up, stand two, stand two, stand
Oh no.
two.
Oh no. No.
Say at this
no,
point,
no.
everybody, I assume, is waking up and running out to the
Yeah, I
fire.
wake up, stumble out of the tent.
Hey, Reg, you're gone. You're done.
All right.
Bellathor, what's going on?
Draven,
Yeah.
I'm going to peek open my little tent,
Okay.
and if there's any like lanterns in there or whatever, turn them out and try and hide in my tent
All right.
while peeking out. Give
So,
me a stealth check.
so how are the rest of you standing around the tent? I assume.
You have the battle map.
Yeah, I am gonna go ahead and put it up in a second here, but I can't because I have the creatures out on it. 1 second.
Jeez.
So you guys are all now standing around the fire. I'll let you place yourselves once I describe what's happening.
Oh, wait, here. Does everyone want to move their characters really quickly? So we'll say over here is where the tent is by me. So everyone just move your characters
Okay,
by me.
and my tent is across, and I'm in it.
Yep.
Lights off.
I was already by the fire.
Yeah, and then you would just be. Where's the fire by him? We'll
in the
say him
center.
is the fire.
Yeah, so this is more like what we're looking at right now. So 3 of you left this tent. 1 of you's by the fire. Niklaus has now left his tent, and Mock has stayed in his. This is kind of what we're looking at.
Okay,
So-
I would
can
be.
you look
I'd
into
be
the fire?
out by the fire. Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll say the fire is like right here.
Okay. And you
I'd be
guys.
standing by it. Yeah.
All right. I will position you accordingly.
And it's been an Has it been an hour since we've slept at least?
You can't really quite make out how long it's been. You assume it might be a couple hours.
Okay, I just wanted to know if I had my short rest abilities back. That's all.
Yeah, you definitely have short rest abilities back.
Did we get all our health back, or?
Unfortunately, not. No, as your long rest was interrupted.
Oh, actually, I have a quick question regarding that, Draven.
Mm-hmm.
If our short rest is interrupted, do we have to start another short rest for another 8 hours?
If a long rest is interrupted, I usually don't play it that way. I just continue where you left off. It's up to you guys if you want to change
plus an hour or so or something.
Yeah, I usually just like make up the lost time that you had based on the encounter.
Okay.
And looking around, you guys all see yourselves out by the fire except for Mock, who has not pushed out. And you under your feet, Bellathor, you begin to feel tremors.
Can I stealth driven?
Yep, roll me
Can
stealth.
I make a history check based on the fact that it is a rock burrowing creature that I might know of?
I will say make me history. It'll just be a high DC because you've not seen it yet.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Wish me luck, boys.
Okay, you managed to keep yourself pretty hidden in that tent, you think, Mock.
Fuck. It's only a 7. Even with the fucking rock thing.
You can't really tell. You know of a couple different types of burrowing creatures, but there's so many that you're not quite sure what it is yet. But you're sure if maybe you could get a look at it, you could probably figure out what it is, maybe with advantage.
Okay.
And with
I'm gonna hide in the shadows.
Okay. Kind of behind one of the tents, one of the shadows that it's laying off, sort of.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me stealth as you begin to hide. All right. You feel like you have a pretty decent position behind one of the tents, and it's at that point I'll move you guys all over, as this is what you see, as from 3 separate locations, these slavering packs of highly armored ant-like insectoids begin burrowing out of the ground, seemingly with massive gnashing teeth and large claws, 6 legs, this giant chitinous carapace kind of hovering over it. And with everybody, I will have you roll me initiative in 1 second here.
Hey, Draven, before that, can I just try to blend in with the other horse?
Yeah, roll me performance.
Hey.
I'm gonna put on some.
Nope, how's that?
It'd be the 19. It was the first one rolled.
Yeah. So at disadvantage on this one.
And I will play some battle music and then let you know how you did there. Blend in with the horses. Doesn't like being called a horse. I love it. Oh.
I hope these things are stupid enough to think that horses are easy prey and charge those first.
So we'll play this one instead. Alright. So, with a 19, you said, right? Yeah. So with a 19, you kind of take up the second set of reins on the opposite side of it, and you feel like you've blended yourself pretty decently. Now with that, I will roll initiative for these creatures. And anyone who wants to make me a history check, with probably the exception of Arkrun, I'd say, can make me one if they want to.
Do I make mine now at advantage?
Yes, yours would be an advantage, Bellathor.
Didn't matter.
Alright.
The nat 19.
Yep, Priya, you can still. Unfortunately, Priya, as you're kind of spending your time trying to blend in with the horse, you're not getting an exactly great look at them. But the rest of you know these as Ankhegs. You know that they're slavering packs of ant-like insectoids. They burrow out of the ground, they hunt and kill surface dwellers. They kill them, bring them back under the ground, and feed their Ankheg matron. They're fairly large monstrosities, and you know that they're also known for their acid.
Known for their acid?
Yes. And Vencia, with that natural 20, you would also know that these creatures hunt using tremor sense. So it doesn't matter how much you try to stay hidden. It's more determined on how much you move, and you're the only one who knows that.
Damn,
Okay.
needed a 22 or higher at least. Damn.
Yeah.
And are these creatures underground or above ground right now?
They have all just recently burrowed up simultaneously on multiple sides of you. One seems. Sorry, Dawson.
Tremor sense, as in like they don't have eyes and only use tremor sense, or they can still see.
You would know that these ones can see, although it's quite difficult for them to see. But it's more movement that triggers them.
Okay.
So for example, the one that came out here seems focused on you as you were attempting to hide yourself. It kind of noticed the sense. One seems intent on Arkrun, who was kind of leaving the tent and getting ready, and the other one appears to be looking towards the horses. And with that, I will say, Arkrun, it is your go at the top of the round.
Okay. First things first. Who still looks injured here?
Bellathor. Sorry, I will change that. Bellathor still looks like he's taken a few hits, and you cannot see Mock at the moment.
Okay, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move closer to the campfire here. Right there. I'm going to use my bonus action to cast, to do my healing light. And just give me 1 sec. Spend at once equals charisma. Okay, so I'm going to spend both of my healing lights on him.
Okay.
And he's going to regain 2d6. Wow! Low roll me, eh?
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate indeed.
But
And then I'm going to turn towards the creature that is pointed directly at me, and I am going to shoot it with Eldritch Blast. I'm just going to take my talisman and point it at the creature and have a goldenish blast just right at it.
roll me an attack. Alright, 14. That's armor class. Go ahead and roll me half damage. Ooh,
nice.
Okay. Very nice. So yeah, looking at the one that is now keenly intent focused on you, how do you want to do it?
Alright, I'm just going to shove my hand forward with my talisman, and the blast is just going to launch forward and just scrape all across the top of the creature's head and back.
Alright, you watch as its carapace crumbles and cracks in some places. It's taken quite a blow, but it doesn't look like it had the full effect of damage that you would have wanted.
Alright, and at that point, I think I'm going to move a little bit closer to Bellathor then.
Alright.
After
You
seeing
watch
that display.
You watch as the one to the right turns its focus onto you. Seems like your movement evoked it.
Uh-oh. Do I notice this?
Yes, you do,
Okay.
given your night vision. I will say then, Bellathor, did you already heal your 4?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Don't worry about healing me. I got it.
Alright, perfect. Niklaus will now go. And you watch as he sprints in this direction, and he is going to head his movement to here, and he is going to attempt to longsword. You watch as he begins slashing into the creature, the first one knocking off the chitinous plate, and this time he kind of comes under with the longsword again. Unfortunately, he just can't seem to break through the chitin of this creature, and that will be Vencia's turn.
I'm gonna throw a flask of oil right in front of me.
Okay, perfect. I'll say, yeah, no problem. You easily spread out some oil around there.
And then I'm gonna get my tinderbox ready,
Okay.
and I'm gonna just like kind of run back and forth here a little bit to try to get its focus on me.
Okay. And are you holding your action to light the oil if it comes into contact with it?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, perfect. Freya, it is your go.
Alright. Gonna move over here.
Why are you doing the red arrow?
Because that's me.
And I'm fire.
Right.
This one's my longbow.
All right, roll me a longbow attack as you try to pierce into the hind of this creature. That's a hit. Go ahead and roll me damage.
Alright.
So yeah, you let loose an arrow and it pierces into the back of the creature. You watch as it stabs into some of the chitin, cracking it just briefly, and it takes 5 piercing damage.
Am I getting my +2 damage for my
It looks
archery
like
fighting
that's
style?
just, no, do you have it unchecked at the moment?
Uh,
Oh, that will be 7 then. So yeah, you crack it.
Yeah, because he only has his dex.
Yeah, his +3
there.
there.
So.
So yeah, that'll be +2 damage to that then. You watch as it cracks into the chitinous plate. And is there anything else you want to do with your movement?
yeah, I'm just gonna try it again, just to see if it works.
It doesn't look like it.
3.
We'll definitely have to look at that later then.
Okay, then that.
And you said you didn't want to do anything with movement?
Yeah, I already moved.
Okay, perfect. Mock.
Here, Chandler, share your screen. I can help you with it really quick. I think I know it's
Oh,
wrong.
it worked that
He's
time.
got it.
Yeah.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, just added it. Mock,
Okay.
you think you're pretty well hidden, but you have heard what sounds like combat off it. You've heard the clinking of steel on some kind of material that you don't understand, and the sound of a force blast go off.
Okay, I'll come out. Here I'm like, and I'm just gonna. Which one do I want to go for?
Could you roll
I'm
me
gonna go-
perception really quickly? I just want to see how much of the battlefield you're able to make out so quickly. Yeah, so you have a pretty good idea. You see the 3 large creatures. You also see as Vincia is kind of rushing back and forth with oil in front of her. Her trademark.
Okay. I'm going to go right here. Yes.
Alright.
Beside our friend. And then just throw it. I'm gonna sling it.
Alright. Roll me a sling attack. That's a hit. Roll me damage. So yeah, you fire a sling into the carapace of this creature. You watch as a brief crack comes into the side of it. It doesn't appear to have done that much damage, but you've definitely annoyed it. It is now keenly focused on you.
Oh shit. Give me a second. I wanna see what I can do with a bonus action. And this is what I can do with the bonus action. I am going to expend 1 Kai point and use the dodge action.
Alright. You are now under the effects of dodge. And that will be your turn, I assume?
That will be my turn.
Alright. Vincia, you watch as the Ankheg in front of you begins moving into the acid, exposing most of the front of its body.
You mean oil?
Sorry, into the oil. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna light it on fire.
Alright. Do you wait till it's further in, or are you kind of trying to maximize the amount of time it's in the fire?
No, actually, I'm gonna wait till it's like most of it's in the in the oil.
Alright, you watch as it moves like this into it towards you.
Yeah, I'm gonna light that on fire.
Alright. Sleight of hand check as you just quickly tinderbox into the fire there. Alright, that's high enough. You quickly light the tinderbox into the fire, and you watch as the oil quickly begins to and a fire erupts underneath the creature. Can you roll me 3d6 fire damage, please?
Oh shit.
Come on, 3 6s.
Yes.
Still pretty good.
So you watch as the flame erupts through the bottom of this creature, burning at some of its flesh underneath it. And it appears to have taken a big hit from that.
Holy fuck.
It's not quite bloodied yet, but it's looking pretty banged up. Its carapace has suffered a lot of damage from that. And with that, you watch as it turns, and it is going to begin to spew acid on the three of you. I need Bellathor, Archron, and Vencia to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
Well, shit.
So Bellathor and Vencia, you guys kind of seeing as it rears back and begins spewing acid, you dodge out of the way and manage to only take 7 acid damage as it begins spewing it on all of you. Archon,
Yeah, only 7.
unfortunately, you are not as lucky, as the acid kind of keenly focusing on you as its middle target. It uses you as that target, and you suffer 15 points of acid damage as your entire body is just levied with this acid.
Okay, well, I am, like, down on the ground writhing in pain as this guy literally just cooked me.
Yes.
And yeah, I'm out.
Yeah, you watch as Bellathor and Mencia, you watch as Archon falls unconscious to the ground. And with that, it will be its turn. This Ankheg will be keenly focused on Mock's movement and will use its full movement to burrow under the ground and then dash behind you and the knights.
Oh, fuck.
Bellathor, it is you.
God
This is a party wipe. This is a party wipe.
I'm gonna look at Archon. I'm gonna kneel down in front of him. I'm gonna open up his mouth and I'm gonna pour my healing potion in his mouth.
Alright, roll me a healing potion.
How much my rolls go to?
2d4 plus 2.
4 plus 2, so let's go!
Alright. Archon, you feel yourself revitalized back to life by the effects.
Is that an action or is it a bonus action doing that?
I'll say to quickly pour it in his mouth, that will be a bonus action.
Alright, then I'm gonna get up and I'm going to... he's not inhabiting this square, right?
No. You're just right on the edge of him.
Okay, wait. So
Yeah,
I'm
how
right
big
here.
are these suckers? 5 by 5?
These guys are 10 by 10.
I
I'm gonna move right here and I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay.
swing right into it with my great axe.
Alright.
I have a very stupid idea,
Roll me an
but
attack.
this is gonna work.
Unfortunately, as you come piercing down with your great axe, it's just not enough to pierce the chitinous plate. It doesn't appear to have hit.
Fuck. Okay.
Yeah, would that one still be on fire?
It will make a roll on its next turn to see if it can extinguish it. But at the moment, yes, it is still on fire.
I have such a stupid idea.
Okay, I'm going to end my turn.
Okay. That will be the next Ankheg, which now will still focus on you, Mock. Will make an attack at disadvantage because you took the dodge action.
Yeah, I thought ahead.
What are these called, Draven?
You would know they are Ankhegs. I will put it in there for you.
I'm just trying to look them up on Google.
So yeah, you watch as this thing begins clawing into you, and it got a crit, but it also got a 12. It appears you're dodging monk fighting style. You begin kind of bouncing your staff off of each of its prongs, and you kind of point your hand at it with the kind of "come at me." It cannot get to you.
Okay.
Archon, you are revitalized with a new reason to live, and that is Bellathor's health potion.
Alright, I'm going to get up. And that's half my movement, right?
Yep, that'll be half your movement. You still got 15.
Okay, okay, looking at the... Oh god. Do the creatures seem to be paying attention to the people fighting them, or would they be more focused on anything moving around and making movement? Can I tell that by what they've been doing?
Roll me an
'Cause
insight check.
I did see the creature ignore me and go straight for Mock, but it wasn't in combat with me.
Yeah, it'll be a low DC, but I'll say roll me insight just to see how much you've garnered from their fighting style, given that you've just seen these creatures, but you were able to discern kind of some of their qualities.
All right, sorry, give me 1 sec.
And
Sorry, which one?
Insight. And don't forget, guys, combat banter is completely free up to a point. So if you guys, some of you that rolled high on your history, with a 12, you can discern that it seems like they value movement over threat.
Okay, in that case, I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy.
Okay.
And I'm going to cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. And I'm going to do... 1 sec. Whoops. Whoops, where is that thing?
Can you say harmless tremors in the ground?
Yep.
Oh my god, you're gonna...
Ooh, I'm ready for this one. I'm ready to create some bugs permanently.
Oh, just wait, Reg. What I'm gonna do on my turn is gonna blow your mind.
Alright, I'm gonna go with...
Also, Draven, are any of these bloodied yet, or are they just...
No, it doesn't appear like any are bloodied. One is scathed in fire at the moment from underneath it.
Alright, I'm gonna do 45 feet straight south from me.
Okay.
And I think that's within this... What's the range on that sucker?
And it's for 1 minute, you said?
Oh,
right?
30 feet. Sorry, 30 feet away from me. That's not gonna work. Sorry, so 30 feet right there from me. I'm not gonna move.
Okay.
So I'm
Perfect.
gonna cause harmless tremors right there.
Perfect. You see as these tremors begin kind of pulsating there at your command.
Alright. Oh. Yeah, and I'm not gonna move.
All right.
Alright, and I'm not gonna say anything as well because I'm out of breath from, getting the shit kicked out of me.
At that point, it'll be Niklaus's turn. You watch as Mock specifically, Niklaus raises his sword in the sky, and he says, "There will be no chaos, only order." And he is going to Divine Smite, level 3. You watch as he takes a series of longsword strikes into the one in front of it. And it takes 9...
18, 27, 36.
He's counting.
Did you say 50?
20. You watch as the sword ignites into a flame, and it comes lunging down in the center of the creature's head. And you watch as it takes 25 points of fire and slashing damage. As this creature is now bloodied, its carapace ripped in two down the center of its face. This thing is definitely looking worse for wear. And that will be his turn. Vencia. Watch as this creature is still scathed in fire in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna run right here beside the fire.
Perfect.
Can I get my short bow ready?
I will say that if you do that, you are far enough away that it would take an opportunity attack. Are you fine with that?
Yeah.
Alright, it'll quickly try and pierce at you with its jaws as you run. 13 does not hit, correct?
No.
Alright. Yeah, you managed to sneak right by it and you get your short bow ready. What are you doing?
I'm gonna put so my short bow is ready. I'm gonna put the tip of it in the fire to get a flaming arrow and shoot it at him.
Alright. You go ahead and as a bonus action, you kind of quickly put the arrow tip in the fire, slightly igniting it. Go ahead and take a shot. This would be short bow, I think. But I think they're the same, right? They're still plus 6?
Yeah, they're the same.
Alright, yeah. So you go ahead and you take a short bow shot at it. Go ahead and roll me damage as you pierce into it, and add 1 to it for the flaming tip. Go ahead and roll... do we have your short bow as slashing?
No, it says. Also, it's on his strength modifier.
it's
Should not
adding
be on
his-
his deck.
Yeah,
So it said 1d6 plus 4 piercing.
So it's.
yeah. Right now it looks like it rolled strength there. Try rolling it again. Because right now it has you at a -1. All right, and then click on short bow there. There we go. That's right. Yeah. So, 10
So that-
piercing as you slam an arrow into the one in front of you, and this one looks quite bloodied as you pierce your arrow into it.
Because that would have been 10 damage, eh?
Yeah, that's 10.
Yeah, okay.
And yeah, this thing looks worse for wear as your arrow ignites into the flaming part of its carapace and goes through probably about 4 inches before finally coming to a halt. You can literally only see the back of your arrow.
Cool. Nah, that'll be my turn.
Priya, is your go.
Alright.
Watch as this flaming beast is now flailing in all directions.
Over here, and I will shoot at the giant bug again.
Alright, roll me an attack. Alright, unfortunately, as you rear back your longbow, maybe you're not used to the elevation given your experience in planes, but unfortunately the arrow just rears right past it.
What's the distance between that?
Right now, I think there's about 35 feet.
Yeah, I'll just switch to my short sword for
Okay.
bonus action, and that's what we get.
Alright. Mock, it is your go. You watch as this knight has just ignited his sword in the air and just went to town on the one in front of you.
Okay.
It's untouched.
Reggie, do I play it safe or do I go for it?
Go for it.
Okay. This one here.
Okay.
I want to jump on top of it and try and grapple its 2 massive mouth antlers to give it the grapple action.
Roll me acrobatics.
Alright,
Okay.
not what I was expecting, but it is
That's the
working.
DC. That's the DC. You watch as Mock, with a turtle-like finesse, raises his staff to the air. One hand looks down for a brief moment, and then looks up, and you watch as he 360 jumps onto this thing back, putting his staff on his own back and grabbing it by each of its, you said it's pincers?
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm
yeah.
just trying to rear it away. Trying to just, like, make
God.
sure it's not, like, looking at Niklaus, any of my friends, just to keep
All
this
right.
thing in check.
Roll me a strength check against its strength as you just begin rearing its jaws up into the sky. Alright, it got a 12. So yeah, you see as Mock lifts this thing's jaw in the air, you see the jaw begins furiously clamping, but just not enough to reach Mock's hands, and it is now intently focused on the sky, back legs kind of fluttering in the air as it doesn't know what to do with itself. You've perplexed it.
That's good. That is my turn.
And with that, the Ankheg that is flaming on fire, let's see if it can make the dex save. It does.
I love that.
You watch as it takes its entire lower body and just begins plunging it into the earth. And you watch as the fire extinguishes on much of the dirt and grass. And it is going to begin to start burrowing underneath the ground. I'll say, Bellathor, you can make me an opportunity attack as it begins to burrow out this way. That's a hit. Roll me damage. How you want to do this?
So,
Oh.
it burrows with its front end or its back end?
It turned around 360, began burrowing into the ground. Its back end was up at you, and you just are getting a swing at its back end as it leaves.
So as it's trying to burrow under, I want to swing under and kind of like hook my axe into its underbelly and like pull it, almost like slicing it open in half.
All right. You watch,
Gutting the thing.
you watch as the front end of the creature burrows into the ground, and you taking the opportunity and just all the fury of your missed attack from earlier, undertow it from the bottom. You watch as it splits into the already charred, burnt carapace, and you begin dragging it from the back. You watch as the guts and ooze begin spilling out from its exoskeletons as it makes a last shuddering and towers face planting into the hole, completely dead.
Alright.
That will be the next Ankheg. This one, which is currently being grappled by Mog, will attempt to make a stealth check to try and break this grapple. Mog, make me a strength check, please. Yeah, you guys are in a deadlock. This thing ties you. As it begins slamming its jaws together, it's trying to, like a rodeo bull, trying to flick you off of it, but you're holding tight, you're holding firm. This thing will not look at your friends. And that will be its turn. Bellathor.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm gonna come up beside it. I see that he's doing his thing, and I'm going to... Hold on. I need to see which one I'm trying to do. I'm going to do... Okay. Okay, I'm gonna look at, what's his name?
Niklaus.
Klaus, and I'm gonna use Commander Strike.
All right. Remind me what that does again?
Here, I'll ping it.
Yeah. Take
So
the attack.
he has his bonus action, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it'll work it. Okay. So basically, him and I both make an attack at this thing, I do believe, and the one in the middle between us. So long as he can hear me.
Yeah.
Or see me giving the command, and then I expend 1 superiority die.
Perfect.
And then I add that to my attack, not his, I believe.
Attack action on your turn. To direct one of your companions to strike. When you do, choose a friendly creature who can see or hear you and expend 1 superiority. I think he gets to attack, but he gets to add your superiority die. Like, you get to roll the d8 to his damage.
Worth it.
Yeah, so he'll get to make an attack right now, and then you get to add a d8 to his damage.
Yeah, so we both get to make an attack, and then he adds the d8 to his damage.
This says forgo one of your attacks, so I think this is only when
you take the attack action on your turn, you can... Oh, maybe you're right.
Are you using your action search here?
I can, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can say that then. You guys both, alright, so yeah, you kind of... looking at Niklaus and barking something in Dwarvish at him. You watch as he turns to you, smirk on his face, and you guys both kind of in sync. You watch as he turns around, and you guys both strike into this creature that Mock is grappling. Alright, and I'll roll an attack for Niklaus.
I believe I missed with my 13 now.
Yeah, unfortunately, with the 13, you come into it. Wait, with grappled, does that give you advantage?
I don't think so.
Let me check on my
grapple,
list.
I don't think. I think it's the other one does. The what is it? Not grappled, but
the person being grappled
Prone?
is
Oh yeah, they
classified as
can move.
incapacitated.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so incapacitated. Yeah, that's at advantage then.
okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Alright.
There we go. Yeah, you guys watch,
From me.
and he goes in for 7 as he plunges his sword into the underbelly of the creature as it's rearing its head up, and you bring your axe crumbling down on this thing. This thing takes a fucking hit, and it's not looking so hot, guys. It is bloodied.
Huh.
And is that your turn?
It is.
All right. The next Ankheg, who is still somewhat ignited from the flame of the Divine Strike, is going to roll a dex save. It does not manage to escape the fire. It is going to suffer 3 flame damage as it's just still on fire, igniting. And you watch as it, not knowing what to do, just sensing a bunch of movement where Mock is kind of bull riding this creature and everybody is ganging up onto it. It is going to spit acid on the 3 of you and its buddy there.
Am I able to use my grapple
What?
since I'm grappling it, and with my last strength check to try and not make it?
I will say first, everybody.
Our friends.
I'll say first, everybody, make me a dexterity saving throw, and then I'll say make me a sleight of hand check as you attempt that.
Question.
Yep.
How tall is this thing?
It's about
9'9".
7 feet tall.
Since I'm behind it, am I considered full cover, or half covered at least, for an advantage on my save?
Are you behind it?
Well,
No.
You're in
I'm
front of it
nothing
at the moment.
here,
Yeah.
and here.
Actually, you're standing right here.
Huh? I'm right here.
Oh, on my screen it has you.
Here, move your character.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, there we go. That reset it.
Yeah.
That was right here.
Yeah, sorry, it had you on the 10 for me.
Oh, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, same here.
I'll say
Yeah,
make a dex save at advantage then. As you do have full cover.
Oh, thank God.
Alright, and he will make Klaus will make a dex save. And then the Ankheg doesn't need to because it has acid resistance. So you watch as Niklaus gets spurted with acid. The entire front of his armor and his insignia. It doesn't look like he's too badly injured from it, but he definitely did take a hit. Bellathor, you managed to block most of the damage, and you only suffer 4 acid damage as some of it just spurts past onto you. Mock, you unfortunately suffer 9 acid damage as you try to bring the creature up high enough to block it, but it just sprays onto you, and the creature will suffer 4 as well, as acid just pierces all over its carapace.
This hurts.
And Archon, it is your go. You are watching a Wild West
Rodeo.
in the Ankheg department.
Alright, well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move around the fire. About, let's say, there.
Okay.
And... actually, give me 1 second.
No.
Oh, totally not what I thought that spell was. Oops. Alright, well, Thaumaturgy doesn't require concentration or anything, so I'm going to let those tremors keep going.
Okay.
And I'm going to raise my talisman and shoot at... Do I have a clear shot at the Ankheg that is getting rodeoed on?
Yeah, you could probably hit it from the side or bottom, as it's kind of being brought into the air right now, but you definitely wouldn't want to hit the top of it.
Okay, so I'm going to move 5, 10, 15 right there then.
Perfect.
And then I'm going to shoot it from there.
Make me an attack roll. That's a hit. Roll me damage.
Alright.
How do you want to do this? As Mock is currently mounting this thing.
Alright, well, as soon as it rears up, I'm going to thrust my hand forward with my talisman, and the blast is just going to go streaking forward and go right through the underside of the creature and burst out through the back of the creature. Like, not its head, but it's just out the back of its chest.
Alright,
Or
Mock.
out the back of its back.
Like something out of a ninja movie, you watch as a force blast shoots through the front of this creature, and you have a moment to land a badass landing as it begins to shoot out the back. How you want to do it?
Superhero landing.
Alright. The force of energy kind of Archon radiates it, shoots through the front of the
Obviously
creature,
doing a flip.
rears out of the back, and as it pierces the front of the creature's jaws, you go ahead and you do a backflip and land. And as you land, the force of energy shoots out of the back, hitting the dust, and you watch as dust explodes around you in the middle of your superhero landing. And as the dust settles, there is Mock standing there. And the creature completely blown to bits. And Archon, I assume, letting off a sly smile as he defeated this thing. It is dead.
Alright, and that'll be it from my turn. Because I did move the 30 feet.
Alright, Niklaus will kind of take the opportunity to turn, seeing that the other one is no longer at advantage. And he will say, and chaos must die, as he thrusts his longsword into it.
I'm going to thrust his longsword.
Oh, that's a crit. You holy shit. Okay, paladin. So you watch as he thrusts the sword into the front of this creature's face. You watch as it begins to shamble, its jaws clamping down on the sword, clamp, 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 and eventually the blade gets so deep into it, you watch as the clamp subsides and slows, and the creature falls to the ground. It has been defeated.
Alright. Nobody's dying, right? We can come out of turn order?
Yeah.
First thing I'm doing, harvesting as much chitin as I can.
As much chitin as you can. Okay, roll me a survival check. Is anybody assisting you? As you watch Mock begin to go on a cutting spree.
Yeah, I'll help him.
Alright. Go ahead and roll me that with advantage then. And I'm going to switch back to travel music.
Okay. 24 then.
Perfect. 1 second and I will let you know what you harvest. So you're going straight for chitin, you said?
Just getting as much chitin as I can.
Alright.
And if I can find an acid gland and I can get it out, then I'll take that, but mostly chitin.
Alright. Then we will say that you go cutting. What is everybody else doing as he goes on his carving spree?
Okay, I'm gonna retrieve my arrow.
Yep. I'll say
so which one? He's cutting up this one. I'm gonna come to this one. Then I'm gonna look to see if I can harvest his acid glands, or find out where the acid is coming from and try and harvest that.
I fired 2 arrows.
Yeah, you can definitely get one of them back. The one that is lodged inside of it, it appears to be been really damaged by the chitin. So it's probably not worth taking that one, but you definitely get one of them back. As for Mock, as you begin cutting into this, Vincia kind of helping you remove a lot of the chitin, you are able to find... Alright. You can get... How much can you carry right now?
Oh my gosh, like my actual carry weight?
Like, how much could you possibly carry? Like, do you want as much as you can carry, or how much are you looking to get here?
As much as I can carry.
You can get 50 pounds right now from this thing.
Can I carry 50 pounds?
That's what I'm asking.
Yes, I can carry 50 pounds. Let's do it.
You managed to retrieve kind of going around a lot of the... This is one of the ones that was mostly undamaged. Or that was pretty damaged from all the slashing into it. Yeah, you get 50 pounds of carapace. Bellathor.
Is it chitin or is it carapace? Or is that the same thing?
They're the same thing.
Okay.
So you can write it as whichever one you'd prefer to call it. Bellathor, can you make me a survival check as you've been examining around this creature? I will say make it at advantage because you know this creature.
That
14.
was well needed. That was well needed.
Looking through, it appears like the acid is coming from kind of looking at the split in its face from the sword from Niklaus. It appears like it's coming from its stomach.
Is there any way for me to harvest it?
You could attempt to make another survival check and go in cutting.
Alright.
Are you stealthing, Vincia?
No, I was just trying.
Okay, perfect. You're able to kind of using your battle axe to kind of slowly crack into it. You find 1 second. How many acid glands do you find? You find 1 acid gland, mostly untouched, that you're able to pocket if you so wish.
Alright.
It's held in kind of this hard, chitinous inner body container. It appears to kind of burst them and draw from it.
Okay. And all the other ones are open or broken?
The other ones appear to be broken. 2 of them are slashed completely from the flaming strike of Niklaus. And one of them, it looks like it expended when it shot its acid into you guys.
Damn.
I'm gonna take the acid sac from this one.
Alright, roll me a survival check.
So what's the actual title for this thing? Just acid gland?
Yeah, put Ankheg acid glands.
Also, just looked up. Chitin
Thomas is this
and
way.
carapace are like carapace would be made of chitin,
Yeah,
chitin, whatever.
yeah.
How much
Alright.
is this way? Sorry, just.
Is it flammable?
So yours, or sorry,
Chitin?
chitin
Not
is
generally.
not flammable. No. The acid glands, they would weigh 3 pounds each.
Thank you. That's all I need.
So yeah, with an 8, Vencia, you're able to carve into this thing, and you manage to also retrieve an acid gland for yourself.
Dude, it won't let me go to the chat.
While you go in the chat, try reloading there for a second. Just reload the page. That
Yeah.
might. Sometimes it like bugs out.
Yeah. So you said I got 1 and they're 3 pounds?
Yeah, 3 pounds.
Okay, thank you.
Is anybody doing anything else as you guys are?
Oh, I'm gonna be leaning against the tent, catching my breath, and I'm gonna be asking people, why exactly are we breaking them open and taking pieces of them? Ow, ow.
Nicholas will turn to you. An adventurer likes to be paid, and unfortunately insects do not pay very well. But they do pay in something.
Ah, he's right. These things don't carry gold. Except for these, and I'll hold up the acid gland. These might be worth some.
He will turn to his tent and like, aren't you glad you stayed with me? I told you it was dangerous at night. And he'll walk into his tent.
We would have handled it just fine there in the Klaus. And after taking the acid out of this one, I'm going to walk back to my tent to continue my long rest.
Alright.
I disagree with that. I think without him, we very much would have been, well, eaten.
You hear him yell, "Don't I know it?"
I want to calm this horse down, which is probably going insane right now.
No, it made all its wisdom saves.
Did it?
Yeah, it is fine.
Okay.
That horse is chill.
Yeah, this horse survived every wisdom save in the owlbears and every... This guy has been through some shit. This is Vietnam horse. This is...
Actually?
Yeah.
Alright.
Is anybody else harvesting anything from it? Looking them over, you notice that their chitin is quite valuable. Like for a strong resource. Its claws look quite good, and obviously the acid sacs that have been removed from 2 of them.
Audacity of this bitch. I love it.
Yeah.
I've never had to pick one of these apart before. Does anybody know what we can use from these?
Is this you saying this as I'm walking to my tent, or am I already in my tent?
Either or, take your pick.
Well, I need to know, because I'm letting you pick when you say this.
Alright, fuck it. As you're walking there, like you're almost there when I say it.
Alright, and what did you say? Sorry, I kind of just forgot.
Jeez.
Oh my god. Basically, I'm asking, it's like, what's valuable on an Ankheg?
Oh, I'd assume the acid, maybe some organs. You'll never know until you try selling it.
Oh, you know what? My fucking clothes already ruined. Might as well get dirty. And I'm gonna go to one of the only Ankheg that hasn't had its venom sacs harvested and see if I can get those out. I'm gonna use the curved daggers too.
Roll me a survival check. You've been carving into the bottom of this thing.
Alright, let's see how well this goes.
Sorry, Chandler?
I don't know if the smell of these would keep other creatures away.
The smell of these?
Yeah. Or
would dead corpses attract more?
I would say you probably know that they don't really leave off any odor. Insects don't tend to rot. Yeah, no, you probably know that these things wouldn't keep anything away, but they also wouldn't necessarily bring anything near to you. Unless, of course, one of these was a matron, in which course it would probably bring everything to you.
We would definitely know if it was a matron, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Given
Too many of them look like matrons.
With a 14, you managed to actually get 2 acid sacs out of this one, as this one did not actually have a chance to spit acid, given your rodeo with it.
Alright, well, now covered in the shitty remains of my suit, and now with 2 acid sacks. Do I know that if these things like rot quickly or anything, or I'm basically just trying to gather if like it'd still be there in the morning?
Looking at the acid sack, it looks like it's quite sturdy. It's made out of an extremely tough, kind of gooey carapace of it on its own. It kind of surrounds it. It kind of looks more akin to like a softball than a traditional like gooey sack.
Okay, and the corpses themselves?
You would know that carapace does not rot. It is actually used to make armor and weapons in some cases.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna say fuck it. I'm done. I'm going to get some sleep.
So is Vencia the only one not bloodied beside me?
Yes.
Right.
And Klaus doesn't appear to have taken as much anyways, as well.
So I'm gonna talk to Vencia, offer to stand watch for a bit, and then I'll ask to just wake him up later.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
All right. And
I'm gonna hear that, and I'm like, everyone can literally hear my hand impact my face.
And is anybody else going for Chit and Claws?
No, I'm in my tent and long resting or attempting to.
I have no interest in that.
I'll just take what I got and go to bed.
All right. And everybody.
How much time is left? Like how long were we asleep for?
2 hours. So Vencia needs 2 hours. The rest of you need about 4 or 6.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Vencia. Are you okay with taking the watch?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you need to switch off, wake someone else up.
All right. I'll make sure to do that.
You can wake me up, or if you just want to stay awake for the 2 hours, and then when I wake back up, I'll just stay watch for the rest of until everybody else wakes up.
All right. And I'll say you all begin to rest, with the exception of Pariah, who stays awake. Can I get a perception check as you take the first watch, Chandler?
Oh no.
Oh god.
All right. You're a little worn from the battle, and you don't manage to keep too good of an eye. But luckily, in the 2 hours, nothing seems to happen. It's a relatively calm night compared to the opener. And you find yourself the 2 hours passing, and you watch as Vencia now leaves the tent as her rest finishes. And Dawson, I will put you back up to full stats there, and you can reset anything else.
I'll just go over here and
mine as well then.
Yeah, I'll just go over here and sit down and rest now.
I don't think you have a 4 hour, do you?
Oh, wait, never mind. No, I don't.
All right, and you begin to finish your long rest. I'll say, Vencia, can you make me a perception check as you do your watch?
Yeah. Also, while I'm kind of watching, can I make some poison with my poisoner's kit?
Yeah, definitely. Are you kind of trying to use some of the acid gland? Is that what you're going for?
I was originally, but no.
Okay. What are you attempting to kind of mix together to make some poison?
Oh fuck! I thought there was shit in the poisoner's kit.
You have the tools to make poison. The only thing you're lacking is ingredients. It's like the brewer's kit when Mock looks for specific things.
Okay. Then yeah, I will use the acid.
Okay. Make me a poisoner's kit check with dexterity. Oh yeah, 11. That's one above what you needed. So you managed to sip up 2 small vials of this green caustic acid. You don't actually need to mix too much with it, as it appears to be quite potent on its own. So if you want to go ahead and expend that sack, you can add 2 vials of Ankheg poison.
Okay.
And you will find out what that does whenever you use it, or ask about it. Yeah, and your watch goes by uneventfully, and you successfully make your poisons. And with that, everybody else begins to awake. Still need 2 hours of long rest, but for that you can be awake for.
Cool.
And I'll say you guys probably all hang out around the campfire. Is anybody else doing anything for the rest of it?
I'll eat a ration and just kind of end my night, end my morning, and all that kind of fun jazz.
Are you
Oh,
sleeping enough
actually-
to heal back up?
Yep. At the end of the long rest, everybody can go ahead and put themselves to full. And is everybody expending a ration?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna say yes. Did we expend a ration yesterday as well, or no?
No, you guys ate breakfast at the inn
Okay.
before leaving. It was the afternoon when you left, so.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, did I forget to?
The DM
Big ol'
knows
breakfast.
all. Ha ha ha. Is anybody feeding the horse as it looks a little bit hungry in the morning?
Actually,
Do we have food for it? Wait, yes, I think we do, don't we?
I
I
thought
don't know,
somebody
do you?
got horse feed.
Yes, I do remember that. We did get horse feed for it.
I don't know,
I
did
thought-
you?
I don't know. You're making me question everything.
I
So
pretty
Tony
sure we
Clark's
did.
character had the horse feed.
He did not, but I know somebody definitely did. And I know where they put it. I'm just seeing if they remember.
I'm gonna check the back of the cart for horse feed.
Bingo, 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 you are the winner. You find a bunch of rusted weapons, some decent weapons, and some horse feed.
I'll feed the horse. Horse
Right.
feed.
You expend 1 day's worth of the horse feed there, and the horse eats it up.
Cool.
And everybody else is back to full, no longer bloodied. And with that,
Alright.
Niklaus will look to you all and say, I suppose you are heading to the northern expanse this day?
I would say we are. We are hunting a knoll.
Yes, I remember you saying that, yes. Well, I wish you good luck. I have obviously need to stay here. My men are, they should be back within the day.
yeah, sure, they're coming back, and they weren't ambushed by more of these fiends.
Knights of Texara are not so easily ambushed, my friend. But I appreciate your thought.
Well, that's good, because we are easily ambushed. As evidenced by what just happened.
Yes,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm pretty sure I was the first one up.
yes,
You
I believe
were,
it was
yes.
it was your dwarven friend who woke me in the night. I was kind of hoping one would, what you say, clap me at his jaws and then I would slice it in twain. But nevertheless, it was a great story. I admire the way we took out that one together, Master Dwarf.
It was a good fight, I'll admit.
And all thanks to our, how you say, riding the stallion. And he'll look to you, Mock.
Any time to keep a friend safe.
I wish you all the haste on your journey, and I will be glad to take the rest of the carapace and claws that you leave behind.
Before we leave there, Master Knight, who do you serve?
Well,
Are you like mercenaries? Because I'm looking for fighters like you.
oh well, I appreciate the offer, but I serve somebody a little out of your pay grade. I am a servant to Texara, the goddess of law and order.
I don't think you know what a dwarf can pay.
I don't think you know what a god can smite, my friend. And you watch as he raises his sword to the air, and you watch as it instantly ignites in fire. I don't suppose working for you could let me do this.
I mean, yeah, could with a magic sword.
Well, just putting this out there, but working for my boss could get you that.
Do you serve Gwyn, Master Tiefling?
No, can't say that I've actually heard of her before.
Oh, it is a man, so I would not be surprised. The god of you do not know the god. You do not know the god of sunlight.
No, can't say that I do. My boss is shoot. Hold on one sec.
Yes, I sometimes forget my bosses as well. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh god, I was trying to look up what it's like. What is he actually? And it's like, Well, my patron is actually a proto-angel, whatever they call themselves.
Ah, I see. That is a noble patron for someone of your heritage, shall I say?
Well, you're definitely not far off the mark there.
Yes. Unfortunately, Master Dwarf, I appreciate your offer, but you probably will not find help from any of the main religious orders in the city of Kilig. We all serve a different deity, at least the four of us that make up most of the power in the city. Perhaps one of the lesser?
Then what are you knights doing out here?
Well, unlike the rest of the greater houses, we still believe there is hope to expand from Kilig. And that is...
And what have I told you? You could be helping us expand something later.
You talking about your asshole?
Roll me a persuasion check.
Come on, natural 20.
Master Dwarf, you have piqued my interest. What is it we would expand into?
Well, what if I told you it's reclaiming the old dwarven hold of Bancardur?
Bancodur. Long have we had our eye on the north. It's aiming it at least.
You actually just said that line.
I will say to you that if Tixara wills it, it shall be done. But you will not have such easy time convincing the other guilds. You see, Kilig is owned by the 4 guilds. There is Texara, goddess of law and order, who I serve. Gwyn, the god of sunlight. Azuth, god of the wizards. And Fate, keeper of the fallen heroes. Now, while Texara seeks to expand us, and expand us back to the great empire we once were, the other guilds seek to linger. They are only obsessed with defending Kilig. But unfortunately, they also control 75% of the power in Kilig. So, for Kilig to march to the north, it would require a unanimous decision. And for something of that, you would either need to appease every god to the point where they endorsed you, or something of that nature. I cannot think of it.
Don't worry about it. I'm a dwarf. We are very persuasive.
Persuasive? Is that what you just said?
I had to sneeze when I said that. It did not work.
I don't think that's
Holy
a
fuck.
real word.
I'm very persuasive.
I'm sure you are, Master Dwarf, but I don't know how much coin will do in a city of holy knights. But, then again, there are those that serve Kethos, so anything's possible.
I see.
I would try with Kethos. God of flame and coin. Lots of your kind follow him. Might be possible. And I'll put that in chat for you.
Yeah, can you put in chat the other gods as well?
Yes, sir, I can.
Well, if that is everything, I suppose we should be on our way.
Yes, of course, make haste. Do not allow me to, hold you up.
And did you want all of the chitin left here, or...?
You're welcome to your fair share of it. Take whatever you need. I will just take whatever is left. We shall, arm some of comrades.
Well, I suppose we can tear apart 2 of these wretched things and leave one for yourself?
That sounds fair to me. I mean, look, they carry like 150 pounds of chitin.
Well, that is very true.
That's a very fair point there.
All
right. Well, I guess we should take these things apart.
I'll go to the one that I have already started to take apart, and I will start taking it apart even more, I guess.
All right, maybe I will check the advantage as you are being helped.
Everything I get from this, though, I'm throwing onto the cart for
the
rest of the group. I'm keeping that 50 for myself.
Perfect.
Yeah, I'd like to go ahead and do the same to the other one that wasn't
roll me survival at advantage, as I assume each one of you is kind of helping them out.
I guess so.
Big group
Okay,
thing.
11.
All right. In total, you manage to grab 200
Jesus.
pounds of chitin.
Okay. Just kind of curious.
Luckily, your cart can now carry an extra 200 pounds because a heavy barbarian has left it. So you can load
Very
that
heavy
up.
barbarian.
You know what? Just in case, I'll fuck maybe 25 extra pounds.
I don't think that's gonna help if you're fucking sitting on the cart.
Shut up.
All right, you take onto you an extra 5 pounds.
An extra 5 pounds?
Yeah, sorry, you said 5 pounds you were
I
taking?
said 25.
All right, attempt it.
Bring it up to 75 pounds.
All right, and that means 175 pounds will get you loaded into the
What?
back of the cart.
How do you measure your carry weight again?
It's your strength that you have times 15.
It should tell you if you go over capacity.
Yeah, so it's by 15. Yeah, I'm just curious how much I can actually carry into right now.
Well, I can carry 150 pounds.
Okay, yeah, I
Over
still got a
10,
lot.
baby.
Still got lots of room, boys. Don't worry.
And is anybody grabbing any claws, or are you kind of just keeping them behind?
Definitely the claws as well. Like anything from those 2 corpses that.
Right.
Like if I could, I'd drag the corpses onto the cart, but I don't
I'll
think
say
that's.
you managed to get 4 claws as well, each of them weighing 5 pounds. They're these massive shovel-like claws.
All right, I'm just toss those onto the back of the cart as well.
All right. You hear the clanking of weapons as all this chitin and claws are kind of thrown onto them. And I assume you guys are now taking off for the day on the carts?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
Well, if I could sit on the cart.
So Elda is no longer with you, my friends. And you are at the base of the river today. Vencia, can I get a check for land vehicles as you begin making your way up through the Wicked Expanse?
Okay,
fuck
as
up?
he's doing this, I wish to take my smithing kit and I wish to repair any damages on my my armor.
All right, roll me a smithing kit check.
Yeah, what's a fucking land vehicle check? Is that just strength?
There should be land vehicles on your tool proficiencies like
I
next
don't
year.
think he has it. I don't think he's ever had it.
Yeah.
I think he's just always just made a roll.
Oh,
Would
okay,
it be
okay.
Animal handling?
Yeah, I will say make me a dexterity check then for this case. With a 23, you managed to actually buff out a lot of the damage. Some of the acid is obviously still showing; it's still battle hardened, but a lot of the damage is gone. 10.
Okay.
Okay. You begin to progress through the valley, past the camp. Rather all right. It's getting. You just see miles and miles of grassland surrounding all of you. The first hour passes, nothing really happens. The second hour passes, it just seems like a barren expanse. You can kind of see where it gets its name. And as the third hour passes, can I have somebody roll me a percentile die? All right. Can somebody roll me another percentile die?
I got this one. Don't do it. Wait.
Too late.
Did you even?
Yeah.
My medium size or large size?
You are medium, except in terms of carry weight, you are considered large.
Okay.
Or when pulling something or pushing something.
I just want to see how much I can actually carry.
And when throwing things.
420 pounds, I think, is what I...
How much?
420 pounds. So you have the highest carry weight by far. All right, that's under 20. Another percentile die, please.
I got this one. Don't do it on me. Yeah.
All right. Can I have everybody make me a perception check?
Oh, that's persuasion.
Absolutely crushed it.
Absolutely got crushed.
What? The recent character sheet. Yeah,
Perception check?
Yep.
you know what's the nice thing about being a turtle is I always get hit dice back.
True. Yeah, no natural ones. On the third hour of your journey through the Wicked Expanse, you begin to look up to the sky. You make note of a large flash, followed by a gateway, similar to the portal you saw from the Boggle, but this one is much larger. It radiates a red and black slag, almost like magma, flowing through the sides of the portal and falling out onto the ground.
Is the
Like in
portal
front of us?
In the sky, probably about 300 feet ahead of you. And it's slowly growing bigger and bigger and bigger.
Is this portal horizontal or more vertical?
Vertical. It appears to be opening just facing outwards.
Okay, and is it like a flat portal? Sorry, I'm just trying to think. Is it like facing us, or is it facing towards something else?
It is facing towards the sky. It doesn't appear to be facing towards you at all. But as you're observing, you begin to make out the appearance of just slag falling from it on multiple sides. You can kind of get a peek into it. It's kind of angled away from you. But looking into it, you see just extreme red and black radiating from it.
First thing I gotta ask, is there any... does it look like anything living is falling from it? Like demons, tieflings? Oh, like, what is falling from this other than the slag? Or does it literally just look like molten lava falling?
As you keep on observing, it doesn't appear like any humans or tieflings or anything is falling out of it. But as the portal opens wide enough, you see as the appearance of an obsidian-colored scale, still with magma and slag flowing from the scale, starts to break out of the portal.
Okay, how massive is this thing? Are we talking like world ender kind of big?
This portal is probably now about 30 feet by 30 feet, and it can barely fit a scaly elbow that begins receding from it.
Okay, is there a tree line near us?
Push its way out.
Is there a tree near you, you said?
Is there a tree line near us? Or are we in like plains?
No, you are in straight plains. Sorry, what did you say, Tyler?
Valencia, make haste!
Is this like something's trying to push its way through, or is this more like a portal is accidentally pushed up against the side of a giant monster type?
It looks like something is coming out of this thing. Roll me a Arcana check. It'll be a high DC. Sorry?
Can I bust the horse's
I'd like
ass?
to also make an Arcana check if I can.
Yeah, I'll say anybody who wants to can make an Arcana check, and I will say yes, you can start rushing with the horse if you'd like.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't look familiar. Are we sure we should be going towards it?
I assume are you rushing towards it or past it? Because it's kind of far off to the right of you, Vencia. I assume you're busting away from it, past it.
Yeah, like kind of like the path that we were already
towards your destination. Okay. With those checks, unfortunately, none of you recognize what this is, but at that moment, the portal is now expanded to about 70 feet, and you notice as, sorry, 1 second.
Yeah. Switch it to battle music.
I can switch it to battle music if you'd like.
No.
Okay, all right.
There's no reason for battle music. We don't need battle music.
All right. Sorry, I was wrong. That's what I was checking. It's actually about 100 feet wide now, and
God!
Followed by the black scales. You make out the black claws, and you watch as now a reptilian skull, horns almost symmetrical from each side of its head, pointing towards this large frill.
Wait, you said reptilian? Do I recognize what it is?
Roll me a history check.
At advantage?
No.
Also roll history?
Yeah, anybody can roll me history, with the exception of Arkran. Nobody gets advantage.
You said we all get to make history?
Except me.
Except Arkran, unfortunately.
Oh my god, what are these checks?
Vencia and Bellathor, you've spent time in this land, between the Iron Realms and the Shattered Aegis. And with that, you know that Gwyn the Sun God, on the last day of the month of Cataclysm, was called forth at the Twin Peaks of Merimeth, where hundreds of his followers, clerics and paladins, prayed for a final divine intervention, giving their life force so he could manifest as a living being and deal with the beast in the final confrontation. Gwyn had clashed with the beast for 3 full days across multiple realms, until finally, on the first of the month that is now known as Sunstrike, he had sent the beast to a realm where he had kept it in an eternal combat.
In eternal combat.
Wait.
Why is this thing coming? Did the god die?
As the legend goes, he has been fighting it for 3,000 years. Mock?
All right, this thing's coming through the portal. It means that god's dead. A god died to this thing.
You know of the cataclysmic event. You know why the month of Cataclysm was formed. You don't really know too much about the circumstances surrounding its death. You didn't really focus on that in your monk studies, but you understand.
Okay, but I know that that's the thing that they were keeping locked up, right?
Yeah, you have a good idea that is Denisdom.
Oh God! Boys, we're about to fight a demigod.
So, I see a lot of pale faces. Somebody want to clue me in?
Bad. But
I mean,
go quick.
I got that.
Go quick.
No, wait. What's its name?
I will put it in the chat for you.
Yeah, please. Wow. That is Denisdom.
And
We go quick.
at this point, you watch as now the portal is 150 feet wide, and the horns symmetrical from its side, head pointing down towards a large frill that runs down his body as it begins sinking from the portal, almost like an ooze. Back first, you watch as the rest of its body extends out, two massive claws, two giant wings covered in slag, various magma dripping from it to the ground. It's now 400 feet in the air. You watch as it continues sinking from the portal, its tail released, and it dashes from it outwards and does a swift 180-degree spin, its eyes and body fixated directly on the portal. You watch as the portal is still dropping residue of slag and magma. The dragon's head rears back, its mighty jaws. They snap open, and it begins to spew a long line of this black, callous breath, almost like acid, that begins making its way into the portal.
Sorry, it's outside the portal right now, or
Yes,
it's spewing towards us?
It is fully outside of the portal, spewing its acid breath into the portal. And you're watching as a slow, debilitating but like excruciating darkness begins to corrode at various sides of the portal. You watch as the slag that was once flowing from it begins to subside and seal. What was once 150 feet is 125 feet.
Oh no. It's
Now
closing
100
the portal.
feet.
Yeah, that portal's closing.
Now 75 feet.
Should we be doing something about this?
Are we
Now
I
50
believe
feet.
we need to be running there, laddie, unless you have a weapon to kill a dragon.
Roll me a percentile die. Somebody.
No.
I got it. Too late.
Fuck you.
You watch as it seals itself to 20 feet and begins to corrode in on itself. When suddenly, in contrast to the red and black, you begin to make out another color. This one a gleaming yellow, as the breath weapon that was once barraging into this portal begins to shimmer a golden light, and you watch as a single gleaming strike begins parting the dragon's breath, stopping in its track. Eventually stopping the breath entirely, you watch as the dragon moves into a defensive stance, swinging a barbed tail towards the portal. You all watch as a heavily armored figure appears from where the gleaming strike once was and begins lunging towards the dragon. You watch as a gleaming lance, almost made of pure sunlight, instantiates in the man's hand and pierces into the dragon. And the dragon and the armored man begin descending into the ground at your general direction.
I'm hopping off the cart with axe in hand.
All right.
How big are these guys? Can we tell from size of
The
portal?
man is probably about 5'11". The
Oh.
dragon is probably the size of a small village.
Hey, Rich, you want to hop off the cart or do you want to hop onto me?
I can't ride you, remember?
You can't?
I'm
How's she
gonna
doing?
yell at Mencia.
I think I'm just under 300, so let's
300 feet.
either get under or
Yeah, you can.
over. Yeah, I'm over.
Mencia, get out of the way!
250 feet.
Wait, why are you telling me to get out of the way?
Are they coming?
200
towards us?
feet.
I'd like
Towards
to
you.
grab the reins and just snap the reins to make the horses go as fast as possible. Or the
Alright.
horse.
I suggest dumping the chitted to go faster.
And I'd also like to pull
Draven.
on the reins to make
Yep.
them go either left or right out
Is
of...
it coming straight at us?
Yeah.
Okay.
But you guys
Sorry,
are slowly
I'm not
moving out of the way.
saying- I'm not
no,
going
I'm
for
not.
Prometheus school of running away from things here.
I've already. So I want to say I've already jumped off the cart.
Yeah.
What direction is the easiest way for me to dodge this thing?
Probably
See,
if you were to run.
jump on the cart, I'm following him.
All right, probably if you were to run back where you came from, you'd have a good idea of doing it.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
All right,
Yeah, I'm running with him.
you two begin
All
running
right,
back.
and
Ark
looking
runs out
back, I can
straight.
see... Sorry,
you-
say again?
Are you still going like straight as fast as you can away from this thing?
No, I'm trying to go either left or right.
Okay.
Like, a sense of where they're going, then just going, veering off to the
They
side.
appear to be plunging left, so you think right's your best bet.
Right it is.
All right, you all begin in an outward
Snapping the
sprint
fuck out of
as-
those reins.
as panic begins overtaking you. You're running in various directions. Two of you run south, two of you run to the east, one of you is running as well. And you watch as 300 feet, 250 feet, further and further and further, and suddenly, almost as if above your heads, you all rear back, and 60 feet in the air, you watch as an all too familiar portal begins to glow above you. This one with a shimmering golden yellow. You watch as the dragon is plunged into it with the man's spear, and along with the man, almost as fast as the portal appeared, it closes with the dragon and man in tow.
So they just disappear into the portal. Is the portal still there?
No, closes instantly. This one was a glimmering yellow.
I'm gonna pull back on the reins, and I'm gonna stop the cart and the horse.
Stop, take a breath, look at Bellathor, just what the shit, and try and regroup with the others.
Did the horse pass the wisdom check?
No, it was in a straight panic as well. But luckily, you guys were panicking with it, which helped it.
Yeah,
I will
I'm gonna
say,
give the...
everybody make me a history check of that after seeing that creature. And let me see if I can get a picture for you.
Of that creature, didn't we know what it was?
You know what it was, but this is for more information on the creature exactly.
I've
Oh,
never seen
okay.
a natural
Tell
zero.
me, what did I learn?
Alright, 1 second. So this is the creature you saw. Did
Oh,
that pop
fuck.
up for you guys?
Okay.
Yeah.
It did, but the resolution kind of meh.
Yeah, it's pretty shitty because it was something I did on my thing, but I'll get a better picture for if that ever comes up again.
Jeez.
You mean when?
I don't even know what to say about that.
Hey, you guys got the exact thing you needed on the percentile die. So yeah,
Exactly number 52?
No,
No,
exact.
I think it was
I had percentages based on the allowance of it. So yeah, history checks. 1 second, let me check them all.
Okay,
So anybody who got a 10, you would know that the name of this dragon is Denisdom the Eternal. It's a rather infamous black dragon that had learned the ability to manipulate elemental planes.
Oh god, it's a planeswalker.
Okay.
And Bellathor, specifically with your 14, you know that thousands of years ago, when Denisdom learned to harness this power to control things that existed in the elemental planes, he launched an all-out conquest throughout the Iron Realms. And in a sad attempt to hold it back, the realms unified and attempted to fight back, but were ultimately almost vanquished until that
Oh,
event you knew about earlier happened.
All right.
Yeah. And I'll say that's all you guys know about it.
That is
Do I even know it's a dragon?
horrifying.
You know it's a dragon. You just don't know shit. You don't know jack about shit.
I'm actually thinking, would Archon be in the same boat?
I was thinking that too, but then I thought maybe he would have gone to your plane.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Alright, I'm gonna pass the reins back to Vincia, and I'm just gonna lean back on the thing and go, so, are we done? I'd like to be done.
I'm gonna circle back around and pick up everyone that jumped off.
Alright, you guys kind of do a regroup.
Ah, thanks for coming back there, laddie.
I'd never leave you guys behind.
Ah,
Case in point, we didn't actually leave you behind. You jumped off.
I never said you left me behind. I said thanks for coming back.
Always. But does anybody know what that was about?
Do I know? Not at all, but I know what it is. And I know that that thing is something I don't want to be fighting in. Ever.
Me either.
Is anybody in here proficient in Arcana?
Nope.
I'm so proficient in it that I'm not.
That I'm not.
That's not proficient in it.
Never mind then. And I assume you guys are all loading back into the cart?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm gonna climb on kind of like, holy fuck, as if we just lived.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna keep going on the path, like the path you're on.
Alright. With
I
the
won't lie, I've never seen a dragon that big before. Has anybody else?
A dragon that big before, do you not know who it is?
Well, yes. That's shoot. What's his name?
Denizon.
the Eternal. I was just wondering if anybody else seen something that big before.
Not seen before, no, but I've heard tales of him specifically. And I don't want to be fighting him.
Hopefully we won't ever have to have that happen again.
Wow. I hope so too.
I'm just baffled.
Alright, yeah. Catching your breath after that sprinted. Alright, I'll say...
Even though I was outrunning the door. Well, I guess it's not really a surprise. I was outrunning the door.
As you guys begin pushing onward through the open grasslands that cover this kind of early section of the Wicked Expanse, you guys truly realize as you're progressing just how truly barren the land is that surrounds you. Just large masses of fields. The only divider is large sections of brush that are kind of spread out in various sections of grassland. Can I have somebody roll me a d12 as you're going to make the next 3 hours?
Sir.
Do like...
What do you want to go with, Reggie? The 2 or the 12? Or the 6 or the 12?
He obviously got it first.
Alright.
No, let's go with the 12.
No, you
You
rolled.
spend the better part of the next 3 hours traversing this massive landscape, and it goes by fairly uneventful. And you begin to push onward through this next section of barren field. Can I get a perception check from everybody?
Yes, sir.
Can you roll that for me, Draven?
Yep. All right.
And my combat rolls are on point, but my anything else rolls are just meh.
Let me see if I, all right. Okay. All right. Nothing seems to happen. You guys don't really hear anything.
Not even me?
You spend the next 5 minutes pushing through. Can I get another perception check?
Holy shit, wait, a 17 didn't hear anything? Damn. I'm kind of scared now. A second one? Holy
Oh my
fuck.
god, I'm lower than before.
I'm the exact same as before.
Priya and Bellathor, at this point, you both stop your pace, and your ears towards the back of your head. It's quite windy out today, but by closing your eyes and taking in a single deep breath, you manage to clear the sound of the wind, and through the silence, you make the sounds of a large beat.
A large what?
The large
Beat?
beats in the air.
Beast?
Beat.
No, beat.
Beat. Okay.
So I'm just not gonna be
So there's a large vegetable.
perceptive of this. I'm guessing.
I rolled it in GM for you. Sorry. You got a.
Oh, okay.
You got a 3 and then a 10.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, and as it begins to get louder, it sounds like a set of large wings flapping. Not as large as Denisdom, but decently large, and it's approaching from behind you.
I'm gonna turn and I'm gonna grab my axe.
Okay.
Standing on the back of the cart, like almost battle ready, like, whoa, do you hear that?
And I'll say, everybody else on the cart can now hear the beating of wings.
I'll stop the cart and like kind of like look behind us.
All right. And I'll say with that, a creature begins approaching you. And you hear a terrible shriek.
It's a bird person.
Oh no.
1 second as I get that shriek.
Always
like,
a damn bird person.
Oh no.
I will cry. I hate harpies so much. In any game I play, I hate harpies. Even in ESO, where they're not even that scary, I hate them.
And you all hear a guttural sound in your ears. And this is what you hear.
I know what that is. I know where that's from. I know exactly the scene too.
Yeah.
Play again?
Yep. I can play that again for you.
You
Hear the
should just play
flapping
the
of
entire
wings,
movie.
heard by a terrible shriek.
Oh no.
Oh fuck, where's Gandalf?
And you watch
Gandalf!
as you begin to turn towards the creature, all of you staring intently at it. A massive, sleek, black winged creature begins to swoop overhead of you. You make notice of its horned fingers and feet that hover below it and extend its long neck as it lets out that blood-curdling screech. And with that, can every single person, including the horse, make me a wisdom saving throw?
Oh no. Good thing Mock is the most wise turtle in the world.
Holy fuck, I have been making amazing fucking rolls today.
I'm not.
So wisdom
Oh my
saving.
god!
Yo,
Mock is-
Draven,
Yeah.
Draven, let me know what the horse made.
Yep. The horse made a 7.
Damn.
Alright, so
Well,
I'm tied
me
with
and the
Archon.
horse. Buddies to the end.
All right. Let me check something.
Okay to
here.
be scared.
Oh god. Let me see something.
I am obviously shaken by the encounter with the giant black dragon.
It's okay, you're
Yeah,
probably
I
just
think
thinking
you
it is
are.
the giant black dragon.
That's,
do you
that's
think-
probably what
Alright.
my first thought was.
Do you think
Every-
the giant black dragon has a giant black dick?
Every
Of course,
single one
obviously.
of you is now considered frightened and deafened.
Wait,
and with
who-
What the
that,
fuck was the DC?
15. You watch.
Wait, I have it 19.
Oh wait. Oh, sorry, I did not see that.
Okay.
I thought you were being 8 there.
Jesus
Bell-
Christ, wait, did I need a
DC
nat
20.
20?
Bellathor, you managed to shake off the fright and the terrible sound in your ears, but everybody
You're now
else
paralyzed.
watches in fear as this massive winged creature lands in front of the cart as you push forward. And yeah, everybody except Bellathor is now frightened, which means you have to use your full movement to move away from the creature as much as you can until your next turn. And deafened, which means you can't hear anything.
Do we actually have to move away? Because I thought we just can't move closer.
You can't move closer.
I think it's you can't. Isn't it? Maybe I'm thinking of that hideous that bard.
You're thinking
spell.
of Tasha's hideous laughter.
Yeah. So you just can't move closer towards it. Sorry. And I think any attack you have against it has disadvantage. Yeah, that's my bad.
Yep.
And you
Ability
watch.
checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. Oh, and we're in Giant Plains area, so
Yep.
It's okay, just shoot your Eldritch Blast, like, over your head, like, facing away from it. It won't be disadvantage.
In 1 second.
For that reason, it'll be fucking disadvantage, because you can't see where you're shooting at.
oh, good idea.
I will play battle music. And in a second, I will have everybody roll me initiative. Oh, sorry, you're gonna have to roll again there.
Oh, it's so loud.
Yeah. Sorry, that one's, I did not test that one.
Oh, we can turn that.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You guys had to fix your volumes? It's kind of weird.
It wasn't. I had left mine at 16 instead of 40, so now it's just down to 30.
I had mine at 100 to be able to hear the Nazgul screech.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
Regret
Raya, it is you at the top of the round. You are frightened and deafened. You cannot hear anything around you. The last thing you heard was that terrifying screech. And as you look at this thing that is towering over you on one of the hills of shrubbery above you, you are just terrified. You don't want to get anywhere near that thing. What are you thinking, Chandler?
Oh, sorry.
No worries.
So I have to move away, right? My full movement?
No, you don't have to move away. That was my bad. I was thinking of a different spell. You just, any attack you have against it is disadvantage. And you can't move closer.
That while I'm frightened?
Yeah, while you're frightened.
Okay, I'm gonna move here, though.
Okay.
Let's see. Can I use my Slayer spray on it? As my bonus action first?
Yeah, definitely. What does that do again? If you don't mind?
Focus my ire on one foe, increasing the harm I inflict on it.
Perfect. Yeah, it is now.
Yeah, the first time each turn that I hit the target with a weapon attack, it takes an extra d6, 1d6 of damage.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind.
Alright, I'm having my longbow. I'm gonna hit him with a longbow.
Alright, disadvantage attack for me.
Yeah. Huh.
17. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll me damage with your
Okay.
Slayer's Mark damage. Extra d6.
And I'll just roll a d6 here.
Perfect. So
Two extra.
you watch as your arrow pierces into it for 12 damage. You can't hear it really react to anything you're doing as you're still quite deaf, but it appears to have chunked it a little bit.
Alright.
Then Sia, I will say you're watching as now the horse is frantically moving in all directions. It appears to not want to be there. It wants to get the hell out.
Okay, I'm gonna move over here,
Okay.
and considering the horse is like moving around and all that, would I be able to still shoot it with my short bow?
The fell beast?
What?
The creature?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you can definitely get a short
Yeah.
attack. You're within range.
Seeing Priya shoot it with its bow makes me think of like, oh yeah, I have a bow too.
Yep. So take a shot with disadvantage. Perfect. Unfortunately, with a 9, as you fire your sharp bow, it just kind of lands in some of the shrubbery that this creature has kind of perched itself on. It appears like its terrifying nature has kind of stayed your hand.
Wait, so Finzia just jumped out of the cart?
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll say, Archon, you on your turn notice the same thing. It's a little harder for you because you didn't have your hands on the rein, but you see that the horse is in a panic and wants to get the hell out.
Okay, first thing, can I tell what this creature is? Can I try and see if I know what it is?
History check.
History.
With a 19? Yeah, you would actually know these from some of the planes in hell that they are taken to. This is a fell beast, a terrible wyvern-like creature that stinks like hell and is known for terrifying its prey and then devouring them as they flee.
Okay then. Do I know anything useful-ish besides don't go near it?
You know they're pretty weak in the armor department. They're not like traditional dragons. They're like wyverns with their soft skin.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the reins,
Okay.
and I'd like to move the cart to the right, like pull on the reins to the right, force the horse to go to the right as far as like do my movement or
I would say first we'll need to make an animal handling check as you attempt to like kind of quell the horse's opportunity to flee.
Yep.
All right. 1 second. Yeah, I'll say you can use your full movement with the horse and cart if you so wish. You would also take Bellathor and Mock with you, just keep that in mind.
Yeah, I will be taking them with me.
All right.
And yeah, I'd like to turn the cart to the right and go forward.
All right. I'll say you can get about there. And then 1 second, I'll just move you guys back onto here. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. You now find yourself there. Anything else you're doing?
Yeah, I'd like to. Did any of that require a bonus action or anything, or I'm still good?
I'll say the animal handling check required a bonus action just to quickly shift its. It's still fleeing. You just shifted its motivation for fleeing because it was just going to run straight.
I'm going to look back at the creature and I'm going to cast Sacred Flame.
All right, go ahead and cast.
And oh my god, that is a save or suck spell for the monster.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and roll a dex save here. Unfortunately, it makes it, as it's quite agile, and it manages to shake off your Sacred Flame.
Dodge out of the way.
And I assume that's your turn?
Yes, that is.
All right. The fell beast on its turn, liking easy prey, will now see a Vencia that has kind of isolated herself, and it will fly towards her 60 feet, turn itself, and make a bite attack against you.
How big is this creature?
Looking at this thing, it's about the size of a wyvern. So
Okay.
it's a pretty decent size. Does a 22 hit, Vencia?
Yeah.
You asked that.
You feel as its jaws come clenching down on almost one of your entire arms, and you take 6 piercing damage. And as its jaws release, you feel as a vile liquid is pierced into your arm, and you also suffer 7 poison damage.
So 6 plus 7. That's what, 14 damage?
6 plus 7, that will be 13 damage.
13.
And you also are considered poisoned at the moment.
Okay.
And with that, it will then fly over to Priya. And it will make a bite attack against you as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you feel as its jaws come clenching down onto the rear end of your horse. It appears this thing likes hunting horses. And you take 8 pierce... Sorry?
I guess it hits.
Yeah, it's 23. Sorry, I'm trying not to make a habit of asking if it's 2, because I feel like I'm a dick if I'm like, that was a 21 hit.
Hey, sorcerer.
Yeah.
Does a 31 hit?
So 8 piercing.
Did you
damage
imagine?
as
No,
it
actually, it
plunging
doesn't.
down, and also 3 poison damage, and you are now considered poisoned at the moment.
Oh god.
3 poison.
Yeah. So
Alright.
that's 11 in total there. And with that, Mock, it is you.
Oh yeah, here we go. I was waiting for this. You ready?
The creature has landed, by the way. Not sure if I said that.
Wait, I can't get closer to it, can I?
No, not at the moment.
Alright. I will, how far away is it from me?
I think it's about 30 feet, maybe? 30? Yeah, 30 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah.
Sling attack.
Alright, roll me a sling attack at disadvantage.
So are we not feared anymore?
At the
Like-
beginning of your next term, you will not be feared or deafened.
Okay.
Unfortunately, your sling is just shy of it.
Okay. And that will be my turn.
Bellathor, it is you.
Alright. I am
You might want to
hopping
get off the cart and go help.
Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. I'm hopping off the cart already.
Okay.
Before he
Work
says
off.
anything.
And then I'm going to... Yeah, do I need to make an acrobatic check?
I will. No, you're fine jumping off. I will say you have to jump this way though, because you cannot move closer to it.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he's not frightened though.
Yeah, I'm not frightened.
Oh yeah, you're not frightened. I'm right. I'm sorry.
Okay, so I'm good to jump there.
I'm still trying to frighten you, even though you fucking saved. Yeah, so you could definitely get closer to it. Sorry.
15. Actually, that's 10. 20. I'm going to throw the axe of hurling at it.
Okay. Make me an attack. Not at disadvantage.
And with it, I'm going to be also, hopefully, I hit it.
That's a hit.
Using my goading attack.
All right. Just post that one for me as well. And that's definitely a hit. Roll me damage.
Yeah, okay. So, 5 plus, hold on. Wait, does it have to make the wisdom save first before I do the extra damage?
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack,
and make the save?
To attempt to goad the target into attacking you.
Okay, yeah, so I do the extra damage and then it does the wisdom save.
Yeah, so I will make a wisdom save for it, and it's DC...
Ooh, so that's 12 points of damage, and then it's a DC of... Fuck. 1 second here. Doesn't actually say what the DC is.
Wisdom save. Let's say it's 14. I assume that's what it would be, because that's like the average for this level. So we'll make a wisdom save. These things are not very wise. And it fails it.
Okay.
So disadvantage on all attack rolls against targets other than you until your next turn.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second, actually. No.
Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
Hold on. I'm actually looking at what it is. Target wisdom saving throw. The DC is the saving throw, 8 plus the wisdom modifier of the target. So the fire ability determines how the enemy has to roll using this to cast wisdom save.
So it's its wisdom modifier of -2?
Hold on.
So that would mean DC is 6? Because then it was close to me.
I think it's +8 plus my wisdom modifier.
Oh, okay. So
that would make no sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Modifier.
So 8 plus 1, is that yours?
Oh wait, hold on. Maneuver save DC. It's +8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your strength or dex mod of your choice.
Oh, so 10 plus 3, so 13 would be the DC then.
Yeah.
So it fails it straight up.
Okay.
And anything you do with your bonus action? You can throw the hatchet again.
Again? Like a second throw?
It's a hand axe, dude.
Alright, I'll, after I pull it back, I'll make a second fucking whiff.
Roll me an attack. That's a hit. Roll me damage. Yeah, damn. So it comes slamming into it again for 11 damage this time. This thing is starting to look bloodied.
Alright.
Freya, it is your turn. You've now staring face to face with the massive jaw of this creature that just bit into you. You are now shaken off the fear and the deafness that once conquered you.
Alright, well I'm gonna aim an arrow right at his head.
Okay.
Use my longbow.
I will say that I will not make you go at disadvantage for this attack, because even though you're in combat with it, its head is like towering above you. So yeah, you can go ahead and roll me a flat attack.
Okay.
That's a hit.
What was that? +2 from?
Slayer Spray, I assume, is still on. And your Slayer Spray is still on it, so you can just add that to your damage as well. So just go ahead and roll me damage there.
Yeah.
13
Nice.
plus 2, 15 damage as you just rear your longbow back, no longer feared, and just put it into this thing's head. It did not like that at all. You see as it begins rearing back, flapping its wings at you. It wants to get the hell out of there.
Trying to fire.
Sorry.
Yeah. So the D6 isn't supposed to go to the if you can attack it or not. It's supposed to go to the damage. So just mess it up, I guess.
Yeah, that's what.
So I gotta roll it. Just take the 2 from there, I guess.
Yep, for sure. Anything else for your turn?
If I move away, he can attack me, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
It would be a disadvantage, though.
It will be a disadvantage. Yeah, because of Bellathor.
You're welcome.
I'll attempt to move away.
All right. And as you go to move, it'll take one of its massive claw hands and attempt to make a slash at you. 11. I believe that is
No.
nice. Yeah, it whiffs past you with its claw. Vencia, it is your go.
Sorry, with my bonus action.
Sorry.
Can I use Hunter Sense as a bonus action, or I have to use my main action?
What does Hunter Sense do again?
Gain the ability to appear at a creature and actually discern how to best hurt it.
I think that was a bonus action. 1 second. Yeah, as an action it says.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would take your action for that. You can Hunter's Mark, I think, as a bonus action.
No, my turn though.
Okay, that's you.
Okay, I have Hunter's Mark.
It's one of your spells.
Oh yeah.
As it was focusing on like Priya, I'm gonna run up behind it and try to. Can I sneak attack it?
Not at the moment. You could have if Priya was still next to you, but unfortunately he had left.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay, well I'll just attack him with my dagger on.
All right, roll me an attack. That hits.
Yeah,
roll
sorry.
me damage.
Yeah, sorry, Dream. Can I use Hunter's Mark on it?
Yep, we'll say he is Hunter's Marked at the moment. You feel the vibrant thump of this blackened heart begin to form.
And then I'm gonna attack with my dagger offhand too.
Perfect. Roll me another attack. Yeah, you can. That hits. Roll me damage. Holy shit. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's the minus the mod. I think, unfortunately, I forgot to change that. So as you come slashing in, this thing takes 9 piercing damage as you just begin smashing your daggers into it, and it is not looking too good for wear. You begin cutting at the skin inside of it. And is there anything else you want to do on your turn, or is that's probably everything, eh?
Yeah. I'm still poisoned too, eh?
Yep.
So how do I like?
Oh yeah, disadvantage on.
Not this poison.
Oh.
You're not under the poison condition, but you are poisoned.
Okay.
As for what it does yet, you don't know.
Okay.
Arkham.
Yeah, all on my turn.
Perfect.
All right. Is the horse still going kind of nuts?
It appears you've calmed it down, but it still looks like it's a little jittery, but it doesn't look like it's darting anymore unless you're commanding it to.
Nope. I am going to. Is it going to cost? Actually, that's all right. I'm going to use my bonus action and make it move forward a little bit.
Okay.
Just to realign it a bit better with the grid and stuff.
Perfect. Are you trying to
probably
make it
like
move
10 or 15 feet to the right more?
like that?
Yeah, let's call it like that, and then 15 feet forward.
All right.
All right, and then I'm going to move into the next seat over, and I'm going to raise my hand and shoot off a blast of, Eldritch Blast at it.
All right, roll me an attack. Unfortunately, you were focusing a little too much on maneuvering the cart, and you just could not get the Eldritch Blast lined up properly, and it just whiffs between the wing and the ground.
All right, and I believe that was it for me then.
All right. On the Felby's turn, from the goading attack of Bellathor, it will soar into your direction. Vencia, opportunity attack. As this creature lifts off while you're behind it.
Damn.
Unfortunately, it just gets a little too much air too quickly. It kind of took off faster than you thought for something so large. You just whiff the dagger. And on Bellathor, if somebody wants to put on battle music too, I think that one expired. It is going to make a multi-attack against you.
Oof.
All right.
As it just begins ripping into you with its claws and teeth. 16 does not hit, I believe.
No, it does not.
On the 22, it just begins clawing into you. Take 8 slashing damage as this thing just begins clawing into you over and over and over again on the front.
So, sorry, you said 8 or 6?
8 slashing damage.
Okay, 8. And then what's the last one?
That one is a 17, which I think is armor class.
That's armor class, yeah.
All right, so for this you can take 8 half to 4 from the second set of claws.
So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to, with it missing an actual melee attack on me, I'm going to riposte, and I'm just going to post in the chat so you can see.
Yep.
I'm going to make a melee attack against it and roll superiority die.
Perfect. Roll me an attack.
Jeez, how many of these different attacks do you have?
Fuck.
That's
hit?
armor class.
Okay, so
Roll me half damage. 13?
13 plus. Now, would it add the 5 and reduce the total, or would it be 13 half plus 5?
I think it would total it and then have it.
Okay.
I think is how it works.
I just wanted to make sure before we continue going on that
Yeah.
that's the standard we go with. Okay.
So that's still a massive hit. 18
so
half to
9.
9. Yeah.
Damn.
This thing.
How many do I have? I have 4, and I've used 2.
Yeah, this thing is still looking bloody as you embed your axe into it, and that will be Mock's turn. You are no longer under the condition of
Oh, thank you.
feared and frightened and deafened.
Hopping down,
Perfect.
and God finally gonna do something. Quarterstaff,
Roll me attack. That's a hit. Roll me damage, and let me guess.
not using charge.
Not using charge. Okay. That hits. That is taking.
Then expending a Kai point using Fury of Blows to make 2 claw attacks.
All right. Roll me 2 attacks. Unfortunately, as the creature rears its head back after you knock your staff into it, you just can't find a good fitting for your claws.
Okay.
And that'll be your turn.
That will be my turn.
All right, Bellathor.
All right.
You have watched as Mock just bonked this thing on the head with his staff and then attempted to claw at it, and it reared its head back.
All right. I'm going to just take another fucking swing at the axe.
All right, roll me an attack. That's a hit. Roll me damage. As you embed your axe into the fleshy part of its stomach. Yeah, 14. This thing is really not looking hot now. You see as it has slash marks all over it. It is not looking good.
All right. And then after that, I'm going to use my bonus action, the second wind.
All right. Go ahead and
Plus
get
6.
yourself up 6 there. Priya. Is your go.
All right.
Oh, yeah, and it's no longer under the effect of goading.
Perfect.
What's this area over here? That's just more flat land.
No, that is the raised bushes and shrubbery that kind of surround the area that this thing had perched on. So you could definitely get up there, but it's elevated. It'll be slightly hard for you, given your horse nature.
Yeah, I'll just move there. That's fine, right?
Yep. That's right at the base.
I'll use my longbow.
Alright, make me an attack roll. That's a hit. Roll me damage.
Alright. It's gonna get
Alright. And
that,
Hunter's
and-
mark damage as well. That's another D6.
yeah, on Slayer Spray, so I get 2d6.
Yep, perfect. Alright. 12 damage. You watch as your arrow lodges into one of its eyes, and you watch as its head begins to swivel and lower a bit. This thing is not going to take many more hits.
Can I fire a second arrow as a bonus action or no?
Not yet. That is
Okay.
something you unlock later.
I was wondering. You can do with normal like swords and stuff like that though.
Yeah, like short swords and finesse weapons you can, but
No, that'll get then.
longbow you'll get extra attack eventually. Vencia, you watch as this thing is beginning to slump down.
I'm gonna run up behind it and sneak attack it.
Alright, roll me an attack first. Unfortunately, as you make your first attack, you can't get into it. Second dagger attack?
Are you fucking joking me, dude?
Yeah, unfortunately, your final hitting of the Scarecrow has kind of raised your confidence. You go in seeing your chance for a finishing blow, slashing at it, and you're just cutting off bits of its wings, but it's just not, it doesn't seem to affect it.
I'll end my turn then.
Alright, Arkhan.
Alright, I am going to jump over the back of the cart into the area, and I'm going to shoot it with Eldritch Blast again.
That's a hit.
Hey!
No.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, sweet, it's dead?
I think
Alright. Okay, well, when it rears its head back to strike at Bellathor again, I'm just going to raise my hand and shoot off a blast of the Eldritch energy, and it's going to whip through the hair, and it's going to take the creature right in the side of the face, right in its jaw, and its entire jaw just gets ripped off. And it just sort of just stands there for a second as blood just pours out of its mouth. Right
you
where
were
the, like,
really into
arteries
this
are.
one. Wow.
Bellathor, you watch as your goading strike is still almost on this thing. It still wants you, and it goes to furiously bite into you. You kind of rear back a bit, lift up your axe, and you watch as Arkhan unleashes this blast of energy. It goes goading through the head, and you watch as the jaw dislocates, and it firmly hovers there for a second and falls to the ground. It is dead.
Oh my!
And as this creature falls onto the ground, Mencia, Bellathor, and Mock, can you guys make me con saves?
Con saves? But...
I'm
I have a
rolling
plus
like-
5 in that, bitch!
I'm rolling like hot
All
garbage,
right.
boys.
Mencia and Bellathor, you managed to jump out of the way, anticipating the creature's fall. Unfortunately, Mock, as the creature falls to the ground, a whiff of odor just bounces into you, and you suffer 8 poison damage as just this poisonous odor whiffs onto you. And that'll be the end of combat. And I'll say at the end of the minute, Mencia, you suffer 4 poison damage as the poison in your body begins coursing through you.
Am I like actually poisoned, or is it just like some like a
You just took poison damage. Same with Mencia, and Mencia, you are no longer poisoned as the blood courses through you.
Cool.
How much poison damage did I take?
You will take 1 second. I gotta roll for that as well.
Oh.
That'll be 2.
Alright.
Because they got poisoned from the fang attacks, like the bite attacks earlier.
Oh, okay.
But that it only happens at the end of every minute.
Yeah, it bit my ass.
Yeah.
I think I really pissed that
Are they
wyvern
still-
that thing off.
Are they still poisoned? Is it just a one and done?
It's just a one and done.
Oh, okay.
Unless you're poisoned multiple times, in which case you get multiple effects at the end of the minute.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go walk
But
up
you
to the
wouldn't
creature.
know that. Yeah, this thing is very much dead. And you now find yourselves alone.
Okay. I would immediately like to go harvest some teeth and talons and being the scavenger that I am, apparently.
Alright.
I would also like to do that.
Alright. Anybody who's doing it, make me a survival check. And we'll see what you can gather as a group.
This was
Okay,
the this was the
looking
perch
at
was
this
on,
thing.
right?
Yeah, that's
Where?
the perch it was on. Yeah.
Over here? Yeah.
It had landed.
Can I... Does this thing have scales?
It has like this scaly...
Or is it like
almost-
a leather?
It's like a leathery scale, almost like mixture. It's what you would imagine a wyvern would have.
Or like a fish.
Yeah, it's like a dinosaur-like skin, like
Like
stench-ridden.
leathery.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's not like dragon scaly type.
No.
It's more like a snake.
you assume this would probably be. It would make a great leather armor or something. If you could
Yeah,
get past
I'm gonna go to. Do I notice the difference between the skin, like the skin on its chest versus the wing fabric?
The wing looks like it has less of the stench property, but
Okay.
it's the same texture.
Okay, I want to try harvesting as much as the its like scaly skin as possible.
Okay. All right, Mock. You said you're going for talons and fangs.
Yes, please.
All right, Vencia, what are you going for?
Anything that I could use to make a dagger out of, so like fangs and talons as well.
All right, I'll say, Vencia, you get yourself 2 talons and 4 fangs. The talons will be a pound each, and the fangs you can just ignore. Mock with a
Sorry, how much did you say? 4?
four fangs, 2 talons.
Okay, thank you.
And Mock, you managed to get 3 talons at a pound each, and 5 fangs.
Okay, so 3 talons, a pound each.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what was the other thing?
5 fangs. And those just you don't even need to put the weight for those.
Okay.
Bellathor, can you make me a survival check as you've been cutting into the skin of this thing, harvesting as much as you can? All right, 14. How much you want? This thing has got skin for days.
I
It's
want
pretty-
to make
pretty undamaged.
enough. I want to take as much as I could. That would be enough to almost as if make 3.5 armor. Like if I was to make a full leather suit for it, like as much as I think that like a
leather
man
suit would be.
yeah, well, not a full suit, but like you know what I mean, like leather armor. Like
Yeah,
as much as I think that would be about like 3.5. So like
lots of raw material. Is what you're
yeah,
looking for? Okay.
yeah.
Let me see here what I'm thinking here.
So like
I'd say you probably need about, for 3, probably about 65 pounds worth.
okay, can I do 75 pounds worth?
Yeah, you can go ahead and take 75. So give yourself 75 pounds fell beasts leather.
Would I also be able to take some leather?
Sure. Roll me some. Oh, never mind. I see right there. How much you want?
Ooh, that's close. That's close.
You still looking over on this? You think it probably still has about 100 pounds of like untouched leather that you could probably harvest.
I probably want enough to cover my hind ass. I got a bit.
All right. How much you thinking?
10.
How she said there's probably like 100 left.
Yeah, probably about 100.
I'll take 50.
All right. Add 50 pounds of fell beast leather to your inventory. And that obviously weighs 50 pounds. All right.
Was this a beast?
This is not a beast.
Okay.
It's a dragon, can't you tell?
It's called a fell beast, but
It lied.
yeah, it likes to lie. It's deceitful. What are you doing, Arcanus? Everybody is kind of cutting into this thing. You watch as they're having a right, like, carving fest.
I'm gonna look at everyone's like, so is nobody else a little bit perturbed by the fact that we've just been attacked by, do I know what this creature is? You said it wasn't a beast.
Yeah, you were the one who knew what it was. It's a fell beast. It is a creature that actually does sometimes go into the plains of hell.
Okay. So is nobody else perturbed by this thing being here?
Wow. Of course I'm nervous. What? We just killed it, so it should be fine, no?
Well, I was thinking more about the ramifications of there being a monster from hell here.
I mean, it's not the scariest thing I've seen today.
You're right, but I mean, that other thing went back where it came from.
Gosh.
This isn't so much gone.
Ah,
Can I
Yeah,
have
where are
everybody make me an insight check as well?
Who?
Everybody who wants to make an insight check can make one right now.
Oh yeah. Oh, finally I got something good.
Oh my god.
So, Bellathor, Mock, Priya, and are you rolling at Olvencia?
No, I'm pissing right now, so I'm good.
Oh, okay. Bellathor, Mock, and Priya, You guys have spent the last 7 hours traversing this barren wasteland. You get the feeling that this thing was the reason it was barren. It probably used this as a hunting ground.
Okay.
Okay. Damn.
Well, if nobody's disturbed by this, well, okay then.
Could always be worse. Don't fret too much.
Well, I've seen these things before, but I didn't think I'd see again out here.
You've seen it before. Where did you see it?
Oh, at my old home. I'm
Oh,
pretty
where
sure
are
the
you
guards
from?
used to like them to ride them around.
Oh. That is, Huh.
Yes, I
You-
wasn't quite joking when I said from hell.
I'm realizing that now.
Are you from Mordor?
I walked out.
I was there, Gandalf, 3,000 years ago.
All right. Before we leave, can I also see about extracting the venom sac or the whatever it had in its mouth that poisoned the other two?
Yeah, are you trying to, like, cut into its stomach, essentially?
Are we still poisoned?
No, you guys...
Okay.
Did it come from its stomach, or would it be like more in its mouth?
You don't really know. Nobody's really checked the inside of it.
You know what? Sure, why not? I'll go ahead and do that.
Alright, and how exactly are you cutting into it?
Well, I'm gonna start at the head, and I'm just gonna like cut open where the mouth was, because I'm thinking like
Okay.
most poisonous creatures have it right where the mouth is located.
Survival
And then-
for me.
If I don't find it there, then I'll go over to the stomach and cut the stomach open.
Alright. Yeah, definitely make me a survival check. As you've been cutting down this thing's jaw.
All right, 17.
Yeah, so you begin, no problem, cutting through the jaw. You easily just bring your dagger down its neck. Nothing. And as you breach into the stomach, can I get you to quickly make me a perception check?
Yep.
Yeah, with an 11, you quickly see as some acid starts spurting out as you begin cutting. It's up to you if you keep cutting or if you back up.
I'm gonna back up for a moment, and I'm gonna look at the others. Say, does anybody want to give me a hand here?
Oh, if it means I get some, then I'll walk over and help them.
Alright. Make me a survival check as well.
Oh, me? Okay.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, I'll get in on that action as well if I
Alright.
can.
Yeah, more than
Just
merrier.
rolling a casual 16er.
Alright. Alright.
Casual 22er.
How are the three of you guys handling this? So right now the situation is Archon's blade is inside of it. It's slightly cut into the stomach, and acid is spurting from sides of the blades. It's very
So
slowly, because he's just
Very-
breached it.
Very, very surgically, I'd assume.
I give him a kick.
Oh my gosh.
Helpful.
Maybe one of you should stand, like, is the creature so big that we can't stand on top of it and, like, pull upwards?
You probably couldn't pull it upwards, no. This thing weighs in the thousands of pounds.
Okay. Or, no, sorry, I was thinking, like, somebody could stand on top of, like, above where the cut is, and then just pull the wound open, I guess.
Yeah. How do you, like, who's going up there?
I'll go up there.
Whoever's the strongest.
Alright.
Oh, that would be me.
Well, whichever one of you wants to.
Dwarf.
Or you both could, because I'm planning on just taking the dagger, and I'm just gonna, like, eviscerate the thing, like, drag the
So
dagger
wait,
down
so like
behind
how
me.
far? Okay, I'm gonna go about, I don't know, probably about 3 or 4 feet from like where his cut is, and I'm gonna make a second cut into its stomach,
Okay.
and with my axe, and like with not the actual axe, but like with my like axe of hurling, I'm gonna like make a cut into it. And I'm gonna start like cutting from that side to see how big the actual thing is.
Alright. Are you kind of hatcheting into it, or how slight is this cut?
First hit will be like a hatchet in, just kind of to get in, and then
Okay.
from there it'd be like testing the waters.
And this is on the rear of its stomach?
I guess so, yeah.
Alright, as you hatch it into it, can you make me a dex save, please?
Oh, fuck. That's a pretty big area.
Unfortunately, as you pull the hand axe out, so do you pull a bunch of poisonous vapor that spurts onto your body, and you suffer 5 poison damage.
Okay.
And it's now just oozing out, like, over and over. That hatchet hole is just draining this thing like a bathtub.
I'm going to immediately take my empty vial that I would have that I had from the health potion, and
Okay.
I'm going to try and get as much as in that bottle as possible.
Sleight of hand as you quickly put the vial under the small little health pot vial to try and catch as much as you can.
Sleight of hand is right there.
You quickly get about 1 glob of it before it goes into your hand, and you suffer 5 poison damage.
Okay.
Do you attempt to put your hand back?
You mean, do I attempt to try again? Yeah, of course.
All right, go ahead, sleight of hand. You right now have probably 1/3 of the vial. Yeah, with an 18, you manage to quickly put the vial, this time minding your hand, and you fill up a full vial full of fell beast poison you can put. And the tag team, I assume Mock is now standing on top of it?
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Well,
and you're rearing the head back, is what I understand?
Yes. I believe that's kind of the idea, right?
Well, I thought we were standing on it, like, you were standing on its stomach, and I was just gonna, like, gut its stomach open.
0.5?
Yeah,
then-
0.5.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the point was that you would pull the stomach open.
Okay.
Like, picture a giant-ass waterbed, and you're just standing on the waterbed, and you just yank the waterbed open as somebody else cuts the waterbed open.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm just keeping tension as he kind of rips, I'm guessing?
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm just gonna cut through.
Okay.
I'll say you guys managed to do that, and now the stomach is oozing. Just this massive gash that you've gashed into it is just oozing out. But it appears to be sort of slowing down in combination with Bellathor and your guys' cuts.
All right, well, I'm gonna put my arm over my mouth and lean in a little bit closer and see if I can see anything in its stomach.
You see, 1 second.
Because I'm going to assume that it doesn't actually have poison glands.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you guys got bit by a monster that vomited its like stomach acid into you.
Yeah, so it appears to be the contents of a stomach. You see several bits of horses, a couple hooves. You see actually like parts of various other humanoid-like creatures kind of swirling around, decaying inside the stomach acid. And other than that, it just appears like what you would see in a traditional stomach, except this thing eats large things.
Okay, well, I'm gonna wave my hand in front of my face. I think that didn't have anything worthwhile in it.
All right.
God, it's not the worst thing I've smelled, but damn near close.
I will hop off of it and say,
Yes, Reggie. There are 4
you
pounds.
should make way for the knoll. You're wasting time.
Yes, thank you for your help, Mock.
Indeed.
So I'll say you guys can probably get another hour today before risking exhaustion.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright. You guys begin to push through another hour towards.
Before this hour starts, I'd like to use both my spell slots to heal up.
Okay.
The two who look worse. I'm assuming that's Bellathor and Vencia again.
Bellathor looks pretty banged up. Vencia does, and so does Priya. Everybody seems to. All 3 of them seem to take a decent amount of damage.
All right. I'm gonna do 1 cure wounds on Bellathor, 1 on Vencia, and then I'm going to do a short rest for that 1 hour.
All right. Anybody else short resting for the hour? Or?
I will short rest.
For an hour, I'm gonna try and long rest in the back of the cart after the heal.
Sorry, you say Priya short resting?
Wait, are you guys moving?
Yeah.
Then I can't really short rest.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I'll pretend like I'm not hurt though.
All right, so you guys been pushing through for the next hour, and nothing really comes up. Obviously, it's very barren. You pass various of those canopies of kind of shrubbery. And after gathering the remains of the creature, exhausted after a long day of travel through the barren expanse, and obviously the immense struggle with it, you begin. You guys can keep pushing and risk exhaustion, or you guys can make camp. There's many of those other like large areas of shrubbery that you could probably use as cover, or like a canopy to rest under for the night.
So wait, just a quick question: who is getting what heal?
Sorry, Bellathor, you get the first one, and Vencia gets the second one.
Okay, just wanted to double check before I did anything.
So wait, I get 8 plus 5?
Yeah. So 13, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So what are you guys thinking? You gonna risk the exhaustion, go through the night, or you gonna rest here?
I'm very hurt, and I would like to rest.
All right. You guys head towards one of the shrubberies. You begin laying bedrolls and preparing for a night's rest. And do we want to end it there, guys? It sounds like people are getting pretty tired. Pick it up next week after the long rest.
Yeah.
Do we want to go through the night and then pick
Yeah,
up
I want to go through the long rest before in case anything happens.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me a d12.
I'm going to take the first watch.
All right. As your watch begins, you realize that the position you've found yourself in addition to being quite defensible, is in the middle of a barren field. So you actually have like a 360-degree radius, and you managed to get through the watch without noticing any threats, even like remotely in your vicinity in that first 4 hours.
Okay.
All right, and then I'm gonna wake up Vencia for her shift.
Yeah.
All right. Roll me a d12.
5.
Vencia, can you make me a perception check? All right. As the second watch passes, you take basically the same notice. The advantages of your position, kind of looking throughout the canopy. You're fairly certain that the creature you fought earlier has something to do with why there is nothing here, but you're just happy to take advantage of it as you guys get through a full long rest. So you can reset all of your health points, any superiority die, anything that recharges after a long rest is back.
Oh, I guess I can roll my next death charge.
Yes, sir. And
doesn't really matter.
Do we want to quickly do eating now? Just get the rations and horse feed?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll feed the horse again.
All right. You guys are down to, I think, 2 days of horse feed. Who had them in their inventory?
It was, I can't remember.
I know it wasn't Elda because he wasn't there.
It's not in mine.
They're not in my thing.
It might have been because you put it on the cart. So yeah, you guys. I'll just let you guys know. Then you have 2 days of horse feed left.
Okay.
Ooh, that's not good.
And you guys all expend a ration. And I think that's where we'll pick it up next session with you.